bring her music up.
Hi there, everybody, and welcome to Roll with Advantage. Very happy to be here today. Very excited for today's session. But let's not delay it all. Let's go ahead and roll the intro and dive in.
To welcome you to the world of Evrand.
The Seekers of Insanity.
I told you to leave me alone. I could do this.
I wanted us to live and I wanted him dead.
Oh, I am so happy to see you.
Every party needs a pooper.
Raise the blade!
John, are you having fun?
I would like to welcome
Yeah.
I've never won it.
Hey, we're back.
Oh, now my thing works. It lights up. Okay, take it away, John.
Yay. Yes, welcome back to the Tales of Evrand. I don't know what chapter or book this is, but it's episode 60. I know that. Yep. Before we get into the... what?
Book 6, Chapter 5, I think.
Thank you, John. Before we get into this game, of course, we have to have a summary, and this week on summary is Felicity. Felicity, please take it away.
Yes, all right, everybody. As I gave my little party here a warning, my boyfriend was stranded before this, so we buckle up, motherfuckers. Let's see how the summary goes. All right, so chapter 4, last session. The party on this ship, we are floating through space. We don't know where we're going, so we look for a map. When we find the map, it's kind of broken, but Gideon figures out we gotta go just straight, about as straight as we can. We'll probably hit the city called Stellaris. The ship is damaged, though, and our fuel is running out. What do you mean, LOL, what is this, Joe? What do you mean? Just say it. Oh, I don't know why that happened.
Yeah, not related to your summary at all.
I don't know why that happened. I probably clicked a button wrong. River sent it to me, so now you can join the Discord.
Hey, thanks. That was funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go so hard on you.
God damn, man.
So sorry.
What's happening?
Sorry.
Felicity sent me an invite to a Discord server, and so I said, "What is this?" And then she took that out of context, like I was assaulting her summary.
Spinal.
Oh, man.
Okay. So we're going to Stellaris. All right. And Gideon suggests a plan for Enid, Yrsa, and Basil to try and hop in each other's dreams, connecting through their little heartbeat bracelets. So we'll get to that at nighttime. But they see something huge out the window, and we see space whales. They're called, not space whales, Kandori, but they're space whales. So, and the moon talks to Enid, is like, hey, we should probably chat soon. And he's like, okay, we can chat whenever. Talk to me. But anyway, so Rhiannon and Gak paint is super cute. They're talking about how everything's weird. Basil chats up her mom, and she's like, I'm an astral CEO. And so Basil is like able to talk to her mom and hug her a lot better because the whole divine gate thing isn't like thinning as much up here. So like they can like chill. And if we die in Ishna's realm, then we can't be rezzed, and our soul will be consumed by the astral sea. Very important. So, we try the dream thing with Evrand's angels, and Enid is swimming around with the Kandori space whales, but then Yrsa's able to say hi to her, so they connect in the dreams, and then they try and find Basil, and it takes a little bit, but they are able to connect with Basil, and they all try to summon something. There's a big sheep, and like pie, and Basil's a vial of blood, or like a bone, or something crazy like that. And only Basil's is successful, so we get the weird blood thing back. Anyway, yeah, and Gideon's on first watch, and he sees things happening, there's these starfish attacking us. So we're attacking the starfish, and then we hyperspeed because Gideon brain blasts. So now we're at Stellaris. Our ship is out of fuel. We dock and we try and figure shit out. The tavern is the blissful beholder. So Bliss kind of talks us up and is like, hey, you can earn money to fix your ship and everything, but you know, your money doesn't work well here. Also drink this disgusting thing so you can hear me. So we decide to split up. Enid and Rianne decide to go the sketchy route and are like, we can do something for money that's sketchy, yeah. And you're saying Gideon do the noble thing, and they're like, we're gonna go fix our ship and probably earn money honestly. And Gak and Basil go to the archive to figure out more stuff on the Rifts, Ishna, and Astral Sea in general. So Yrsa and Gideon, they find out that they need about 18 hours and they have to go mining and stuff, but they're gonna be able to fix the ship with asteroid harvesting. This makes sense. Basil and Gak kill somebody. They gaslight their way into High Rock. They should not be there, but they are. Gak can read because of the drink. Crazy. So now they're gonna dive into that. Enid and Rianne wanted just a little bit of mischief, and now they're asked to do a heist on the moon about a moon dragon's egg. And now we're here.
Amazing.
Yep.
Thank you for that.
I don't know
summary,
what you were
Felicity.
worried about, Felicity.
It was yeah, it was
Not
great.
quite sure.
So, diving back into the game. As I find my music. So, as was stated previous, the party is split into threes. Rianne and Enid walking out from Zabu's sanctuary after given a proposition to travel to the moon and steal a lunar dragon egg. They're contemplating their decision as Velik? Fuck was his name? I don't know. Zalik, there it is, not a V, escorts them out of the sanctuary, back into a place known as the Hollows. Not too terribly far from them, Basil and Gak, as they stated before, have persuaded their way through the gates into the archive of the Astral Scribes, where unknown knowledge of the prime material and knowledge throughout the Astral Sea could possibly be found. Gideon and Yrsa at the docks after talking with Gromok, telling them that he does have a job they can gain credits from to speak with his apprentice Vorik in 12 hours time to talk about a possible mining mission that they could go on, being as escorts. So, jumping back into this game, into this city in space, we will first start off with Enid and Rianne. Enid and Rianne, you are walking back into the Hollows, this desolate, decrepit, rusted, disgusting, criminal section of the city, as Zalik bids you farewell, saying to you, "Of course, remember, you can make a decision as quickly as possible. Please, let me know. Zabu does not like to wait. Have a good day." The door closes. Where would you two like to go?
I think Enid would turn to Rianne and say, well, this is definitely something we can't tell the rest of the party.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
Wait, you're actually considering that absolutely mind-boggling, awful proposal?
I think we are interpreting the proposal just a little differently.
Interpreting? He's a crime lord, Enid.
I'm sorry, what did you not... I thought we were on board with
Yeah,
mischief, right? Like,
okay,
I thought.
mischief and hard crime are two entirely different things. Like,
But why does it matter?
What
Look at
does-
this place. Are we really doing anything that, like, drastically, like,
Okay,
you know, terrible in comparison to
Enid,
where we're
I'm going
at?
to ask you a question, and I promise you, I'm not trying to sound like an asshole, but do you understand what a dragon is?
I mean,
Like
yeah,
the
but
concept of.
we're not gonna fight the dragon. We're just gonna, you know, get
Enid,
in there
it's
and get
not.
out.
Listen, for some reason, I feel like I could go one-on-one with a dragon and I would win. I just have that inkling in my body for some reason. But this man, right? Somebody wants a dragon egg from him. We don't know who that person is or where that dragon egg will go. Do you know what happens to eggs?
Omelets.
You know what? That would honestly make me feel a lot better if I knew someone was going to eat a dragon egg. I'd probably be more willing to do this, but
Okay, so what would someone use a dragon egg for?
they would hatch it, and then they would have a dragon.
Yeah. So what?
Enid.
I'm
okay.
genuinely like, why
All right,
does it matter?
all right,
We
all
don't
right.
like. So we let the dragon go.
Okay, let's phrase it this way, okay? And I'm assuming we're just walking back to the tavern or the inn as we're talking about this.
Yeah.
Is that
I mean, yeah, we
Little-
can be.
little walk and
I didn't
talk?
really
Okay.
have a destination in mind, so sure, we can be walking.
Okay. Okay, let me phrase it to you like this. Just for a moment, imagine yourself as a person with no morals.
Mm-hmm.
You did that kind of fast. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sorry, I'm just trying to be
Okay,
helpful.
all right. You're a person with no morals. And you want nothing more than to gain power. Okay? Got it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. So you have no morals, and you want to gain power. Who would you go to if you wanted something that was typically unobtainable by a normal merchant? You think maybe something that could be considered quite illegal to get?
Right? Yeah. You would go to people like us who do that,
Like us?
or at least me.
Okay.
Look, I guess here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't know why it even applies. Let's just say, okay. Again, look at where we're at.
Okay.
I don't think much will change whether the egg is retrieved or not, or if it's us or someone else getting it. Because really, what are we gonna do? Stop the big crime lord? Even if we leave this alone, like, they're just gonna find someone else to get it. So why don't we just reap the benefits of the situation? We're not here to fix the corruption. We're here to fix the rifts. And we need the money. And honestly, Gideon's time with this whole Dream and Ishna thing is really running out. So I'm thinking, let's just get all these credits and get. We're not here to fix this place.
I know, but if we do this, we could very easily make it worse.
I just don't know how it would make it worse. Like, what worse? This is pretty bad.
You don't think that if some person with no moral boundaries at all had a dragon, that things would be worse?
I mean, we could, like, get an egg that's not actually, like, you know, doesn't have a baby dragon in it. They wouldn't know.
Uh-huh.
So we just give them an egg. And then if they find out, you know, like, well, wait a second, this doesn't have a baby dragon in it, we'll be like, oh my gosh, sorry, we're not experts. That's really rough. Money, please.
that actually, I can get behind that idea.
Okay, that shouldn't be hard, right? I mean, aren't dragon reptiles like they lay like what 12 eggs at once or something like that?
Maybe. I don't know if you can apply the same logic to dragons, though. I'm not an expert, which is good. We don't have a lot
The
of
other thing
knowledge.
we could do is if we get a dragon egg that has a baby dragon in it. After we get our money, we steal it back. If we can steal from a dragon, I feel like we can steal from anybody.
Man, you are really wanting to play it fast and loose.
Look, Rian, if you don't want to do this, that's fine. We can figure something else out. I just don't think that... I don't know. Maybe
Let's-
just... What?
I need a little bit of time to think about it, but let's do this. Let's see if there's perhaps some other area in the city where we could make money. We see how much we could gain, and then learn how much it would cost to repair the ship and get the fuel and all of that. And then we can decide what is worth our investment of time. Because maybe you're
That
right.
works.
Maybe the best thing to do is to bite the bullet and steal a dragon egg and give it to a crime lord for who knows what purpose.
I mean, who's to say they're going to actually raise a dragon? They might just use it for magical purposes or something, you know, like some sort of sacrifice,
Oh.
or I don't know, to make magical weapons, you know.
I don't know if it's having lived in Lunaria for so long, but I almost like that even less.
Oh,
Ugh.
sorry. I thought that since we killed the giraffe dragon, like, y'all were cool. Like,
Well, that was something that was attacking you coming out of the rift. It was initially aggressive. For all we know, we could be stealing a child, an unborn child, away from a loving and caring dragon mother. I mean, that's... Dragons aren't animals, they're smart. Imagine trying to steal one of Lady Gemcloak's children. I mean,
yeah, that feels less good.
yeah. But difficult
I
times,
wanted to go to the moon.
desperate measures. Sometimes you need to put the morals on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, you know, because what if because, like, you know, we're assuming the dragon mom's nice. What if she's actually the worst and they're going to bring this dragon to a zoo and be taken care of? Thing. I don't know. I just, like I said, I wasn't even thinking about all of that because,
what?
you know.
I mean, it's probably, I think, of the dragons that I've heard of.
Yeah, are they chromatic? Or
Solar,
metallic?
I don't know. I would typically associate the sun with good. But, you know what? Maybe solar dragons are evil. And
Well, it's a lunar dragon.
it's a lunar dragon. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Because then, honestly, we're doing good, you know, getting another
yeah, from an evil creature.
aluminum
Yeah.
dragon
Yeah,
dead.
it's
or
an evil
something.
creature. That's what it is.
Then we should just take it, honestly. We're really doing a service to the moon.
Yeah,
So we should take it?
we should evaluate our options and go from there.
I mean, I guess we could ask Yrsa
No.
if lunar... Oh, okay. No, not loop
We-
her in. Just ask her if, you know, lunar moon...
No, she cannot catch wind of this at all.
Okay.
Or both of
If
us
she
will be
ever
hanging from the
finds-
side of the ship the next time we try to jump to a different planet.
Okay. Well, how would we find out if they're the good or bad dragons?
Just real quick, I would like both of you to make perception checks.
Okay.
Okay. Oh man, I opened up D&D Beyond.
Watch
but
it
did not
be
open
yours,
my character sheet.
He's listening. I got a 22. I don't think I clicked the button. I got a 22, but it didn't roll
22?
in here.
Okay.
Okay, perception.
There, now I clicked the thing.
Perception, I got an 18.
Okay. Continue.
Okay.
At this point, at this point, you are cresting back into the nebulous bazaar.
So where could we find out, what the vibes of that dragon is?
I mean, maybe we could see using some underground intuition if we can maybe find some type of monster hunter or otherwise here that would know. I know my own strengths, and I know pouring through tomes in a library is not going to do me any good.
Ooh, me either.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good idea. Scanning for monster hunters.
Same.
Okay. So, first off, what did you get for perception, by the way?
I got a 22.
Okay, 22. The first thing you would notice, and Brienne, you would notice as well, as soon as you get into the Nebulous Bazaar, now that you can read things and understand people, there are posters all over, it seems like every 100 feet or so, that speak of a place known as the Battle Pits. And you could see underneath the reward of winning is 15,000 credits.
So that's half as much as the aim.
Correct.
Okay.
Also reading the verbiage, it basically says battle to the death. So it doesn't seem like there's either an option to live or die within the battle pits. But the winner gains 15,000 credits. You also see monster hunters. You do not see anybody who looks like they would be a monster hunter per se. You swear you see Guido from Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Did you say Guido?
Yeah. Yep.
It's Greedo.
Oh, yeah,
Nope.
I would have never known.
The other
No,
one is
it's Guido.
It's
In my
definitely.
world.
I don't think it is. Guido is slang for an Italian American man.
Oh, you're right.
So unless it's Tony Soprano.
yeah, it's alien
It's-
Tony Soprano
It's,
with bug
it's
eyes
Mike.
and a loose
It's Mike the
polo.
situation.
Amazing.
It's
Hey,
the
I'm Gwen
situation.
Globin here.
Hey, I'm a bounty hunter.
Hey, Vito, come
You
on,
see-
ah!
You see,
You know me, I'm Guido.
Guido, and his name is Guido.
Okay.
You see people that are adorned in armors and weapons, but it's hard to tell if any of these are bounty hunters or monster hunters, or if they're just soldiers from where they're from, or they're just adventurers like you all, or they just like keeping weapons on them. But it's hard to tell out of the pack if these are specifically the people you're looking for, or they just have weapons. Now, Enid, with your 22 perception, you don't see the person. But as you glance back, and you've done this a couple times, leaving from the Hollows to the Nebulous Bazaar, you're being followed.
I
The
don't see
individual, you only see the silhouette a couple times. I will say they don't look to match the description of Zalek. They are much shorter, more feminine in build. They have short hair, but it's really hard to see anything else other than these horns that kind of protrude from their head, almost like a tiefling. But every single time you've seen them, it's been like a silhouette, and they kind of just disappear. But you are back in the Nebulous Bazaar.
Okay. As we're passing through some like noisier people, Enid will say to Rian, "Someone's following us. Not who you think. I don't know who it is, honestly." maybe if we go somewhere a little less busy, we can corner them.
All right. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So then either, I guess, in the market or leaving the market, as long as we can get somewhere that's like maybe down an alley or somewhere where we can handle this.
Okay,
I think,
are you trying
as
okay.
we're walking down, or getting ready to turn down the alley, Rhian would say to Enid, as soon as we turn the corner, hide somewhere. That way you can get the jump on them.
She'll nod.
And then Rhian will just be open and exposed down the alleyway, but hopefully drawing the attention and causing the person to follow them down.
Okay, so you guys are staying within the Nebulous Bazaar, then?
If there is a alley where we can get alone, then yes. Otherwise, we would leave. But yeah, if we can get alone in the bazaar, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, it's... I wouldn't say it's easy enough to do, because the bazaar... I mean, everywhere you've been so far, this place has a lot of people. But you do find an alleyway where you can see that people kind of start to go in there, and they see how you're kind of standing in there, and they just kind of turn around and go off. It seems like a normal thing. If someone is shady standing in an alleyway, they just don't want to deal with it, so they just kind of go the other way. And you guys are now shady at this point. Rhian, I would like you to make a deception check.
Deception? Okay.
As we turn into the alley, can I turn invisible as well?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. That's what she'll do.
Okay, that's not bad. It's a 17.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, she'll be waiting.
Okay. So, as that is happening, we're going to split over to Gideon and Yrsa. Gideon and Yrsa, you are just now coming out of...
Sorry, John, real quick. Would you be okay if you did Gak and Basil? I'm getting a phone call I kind of need to take right now.
We will go over to Gak
I'm
and
very
Basil.
sorry.
No, you're all good.
Unbelievable, Ryan.
Oh my goodness.
We will go over to Gak and Basil. Gak and Basil, first of all, to set the mood.
To set the mood, here's the guy you killed.
Oh, this is not
He's
the
actually
one I want.
not there anymore.
That's true. They drug him off, tossed him into the wastes of space.
So, stepping within the astral archive. As I stated last week, you can see as you walk in, it doesn't seem like people are grabbing books, and most of these things seem like scrolls. You see that they are kind of walking up the shelves and thinking about a scroll as it kind of just floats off, goes over to them, and without reading it, it just seems to siphon this magic into their brain.
That takes the fun out of reading.
You can see many people in here, all very looking high class. What you can also see are these very large construct automaton metallic workers. They are very slender in build and look to be wearing almost, not wearing, but their metal makeup is basically to look like this uniform attire between all of them, with these silver and golds that kind of wrap around them. You can see, instead of feet, however, there are two large wheels, like a Segway, that they're kind of just rolling around, and they are placing things back where they go. And you can see that they are large. They're about 10 to 11 feet tall. What do you guys want to do?
So...
Oh, I don't own a token with vision.
Oh, I
my
don't
bad.
either.
It's okay.
Ooh.
My tree. So Gak just found out that he can read.
Mm-hmm.
kind of taking all of this in, Basil's gonna look over to Gak. Do you know what we should even look up?
I was planning on just picking something up and starting to read it.
Right, but like, what direction are we wanting to focus more on? The Astral Sea, or like the Raven Queen, or even your book? Like, what focus do you think?
Well, I know I don't think there's going to be anything about my book. The only thing, because my book's from the place that we're from, and the only thing that connects it to things out here is that the place that the city went to is out here in the abyss.
Astral Sea.
No, I think it's in the abyss. Whatever the place where the two-head monkey squid thing, the really bad guy that your dad follows. The city that book came from disappeared, went into the abyss, and that's where the monkey two-head guy is. So they're out here somewhere, but other than that, I don't think there's going to be anything about my book, because my book was just from the guy from the big mage guy from that city. So we could find out how to get to the abyss, but I don't think we want to go there right now, because that's like one of the worst places to go. They have like that's where the portal. We could get there pretty easily, because the rift in the White Crest Mountains goes to the abyss.
Basil just straight faced looking at him. That was a lot to take in, Gak. You thought of all of that?
I mean, it's just stuff I know.
Yeah. They probably not have anything on the Raven Queen either, you think?
Oh, I don't know. Is the Raven Queen only a thing in our where we're from?
Yes, but she's able to kind of bring her consciousness into this one. So I don't know if they have had any other kind of contact with gods. So, I mean, it was just a thought.
You could always, well, I mean,
And Gak's gonna sit and he's gonna think about a book that talks about gods from the ethereal plane. And see if anything comes to him. Because he doesn't know if they fly out of the shelves like he saw or not. So he's just gonna sit there and think.
So right now you're in the center of one of these rooms. Are you walking up to one of the bookshelves?
No.
Okay, so you think about it.
And he holds
and
out
nothing
his hand.
happens.
Gak?
mm-hmm.
There's these great people called librarians. If we have any questions about anything, we can go talk to them and they will know where to go find it.
Okay, I just saw things floating earlier, so I didn't know if things just came off the shelves and came to us if we thought about it.
At this point, one of these automaton Segway creatures just roll up to you and say, "Hello, is there anything I can help you with?"
Yes.
We were just wanting to come here. We have a lot of different things that we want to look up, and we're not quite sure where to start. It all feels very overwhelming, as we're not used to this.
Is there any specific topic that you are looking for?
Do you know what the place where the humans are from is called?
That is referred to as the prime material.
Okay. Do you have any books about the gods on the prime material plane?
We have some selections.
Do you happen to have any on the Raven Queen?
You see, as you're mentioning these things, you see that there's like a little twitch where you see like the head kind of twitch a little bit and then right itself. There are not many documents on the Raven Queen.
Many, but there are some.
There are historical.
Can I read them?
They would be, and you see this long hand that kind of just points directly towards this back shelf in this this more darkened section where you see maybe two people. You can find your resources there.
Thank you. Gak, do you want to go do your own research, and then I'll do mine, and then we'll mix and,
Yeah, sure.
We need to also remember to also ask the important questions, like, the Astral Sea, right?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be good for us to know more about that, right?
That's where we are, right?
Yes, it is where we are. And it'd be important if we could know more about it, so that if we are in trouble or we need to find our way out, we can know how to kind of deal with the Astral Sea.
I'll do that. I can look into that.
Okay. And then I can see if I can find any information on Vishna. Or is it Ishna? Is it Vishna or Ishna?
Ishna.
Ishna. And I can see if I can find anything on Ishna to help with the current situation that we're in.
Okay. Excuse me?
You talking to one of the constructs?
Yeah.
It's currently like organizing things. You see its hands moving very fastly as it stops midway. Its hands go down and it just turns in place. Looks down. Yes.
Do you have rules here?
There are a few. Yes. Do not steal any of the archives. Do not damage any of the archives. Please keep your voice down, and no weapons are to be brought out.
Of course.
Do you have any rules like on this in this city?
There are not many outside of the walls of High Rock.
Okay.
And Gak's gonna be a little quiet.
Have you heard of
What are you trying to say, Gak?
the thing that the person at the school, the magic they do, that it's illegal on the prime material plane?
Is it
Conchomancy?
Contrabancy. No.
Conky.
I don't want this to keep
Conchomancy.
going. You got it right. It's conchomancy.
Okay.
Do you know about that, and is that okay out here?
Follow-up question. What is it?
Most all schools of magic are allowed and permitted in the city. Conchomancy is also one of the ones permitted.
Okay. Are there books here that talk about that we could learn more about it?
There are. They are. And you see as it lifts its arm, it kind of glitches ever so slightly and then points directly to another bookshelf behind you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. You're awesome.
Turns
You're
around,
the best.
starts sorting again.
Basil's gonna grab the sleeve of Gak's robe and she's gonna kind of pull him over across the room. Gak, did you notice the weird twitches?
Like with its arm?
Yeah, with its arm and then its head earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be clear, it was 2 different ones that did that.
Oh, the 2 different ones and
Yeah.
the twitching. You think that this kind of place, I mean, it's a rich city and we're clearly not supposed to be here. You'd think that it would have better working workers.
Well, maybe they're sick.
I don't know, just we're not going to be together, so Chip. Hey, Chip. Gak's going by himself, right? And Gak can always make a friend. But sometimes mean people gang up on other people. So since I'm not going to be there to help Gak beat people up, I need you to fill in for me. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, Gak. Meet back here in, I guess, what, an hour? Or how long would we expect to stay here?
It's up to you guys.
How long would it realistically take if we started with our first topics that we chose before going to, like, the traumancy?
Basil would probably be pretty
Conjument.
quick because it's not much.
Yeah, you again, it
Yeah.
seems like the information that you can gain here is pretty fast. There's not a lot of reading that needs to happen for you to gain information. I would say it's up to you guys how long you want to stay in this library that you're not supposed to be in.
So I guess in Basil's time then, whatever she was or wasn't able to find out about the Raven Queen, which, I mean, she kind of went in assuming that she wasn't going to figure anything out anyway, but she would, instead of trying to kind of help better herself, because she would have thought about trying to see if she could seek out other historical artifacts from the other gods, to be like, do they have a kid, or have they seen this kind of stuff happen? But she also doesn't want us to get kicked out, so she'll just go to see if she can find anything about Ishna.
Okay. And what is Gak is looking up conchomancy?
He's looking up general information about the astral sea first, and then
Okay.
For, like, survival reasons.
So
Yeah.
what I would ask for the both of you, I made that chat that both of you are in asking questions. Type your questions in that chat for me, because we're going to pan away from Basil and Gak as you start to go over and start to start to gain this knowledge, and we will come back to that.
nice.
So, as we back away from the library, we head over to Gideon and Yursa. Gideon and Yursa, you have just exited Gromok's shop, telling you that from 12 hours from now you can talk to his apprentice and potentially pick up a job to get you some credits and some repairs for your ship. That is where you currently are in the Stellaris port.
Well, shall we head back and meet with the others to present them our potential job?
I think that'd be a good idea. This is a great way to make a lot of credits, and hopefully, if everyone goes along with it, we can also help out a little bit too.
Indeed. And plus, I can't imagine how common nav systems are, so it'll be beneficial for us to do this. The last thing we want is to get completely lost out here.
As much as I love our space whale friends, I would like to be able to go home again at some point.
So Kayla questioned it, because, like, we're just, like, walking back, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's kind of yours is, like, general vibe? Because obviously, like, this is new for all of us, but given her, like, direct connection with, like, nature and that kind of stuff, like, there's kind of none of that here in a way, so, like, does she seem okay?
I would say that she's more been in a state of, like, amazement since she's been here. I mean, she's never seen anything like this before. It's a completely new thing. I mean, it's new for everybody, but, like, it's hard for somebody who's grown around, like, grass and trees, and, like, that's her first love, to be around none of that. But there's also a different type of nature here, so I think to her it's like, I should know this side too, so she's just kind of, like, in awe and looking at everything very closely. So she's good. It's just different.
I think as they're walking back, Gideon would look over to her. Your connection to nature magic, how would you describe how it feels?
Oh, I've never been asked that question before. I mean, do you know when you see a really fat cat and he goes and he lays in the sunshine and he just lays there and absorbs the sunshine, and when you go and pet him, he's very warm? That's what it feels like. She like has this big goofy smile on her face, like, yeah, you totally understand that analogy, right?
I think Gideon has a faraway look in his eye, and you're like, nah, no he didn't.
Okay, so it's...
He's trying.
It's like, a feeling deep inside where you feel connected, and then there's this warmth that radiates inside you, and you don't know where it's coming from, but it feels familiar and comforting at the same time. So when I go long periods of time without being in, say, sunlight or something that feels like a sense of nature, I feel disconnected. I feel as though a flame that's been snuffed out too soon.
Do you feel disconnected now?
No. I feel like it's... Instead of basking in the sunlight, I feel like, and quite literally, I'm basking in moonlight. It's different, but there's a strange familiarity to it. Like, I should know this, but we just haven't met yet. So,
I was worried being here would be hard for you in particular. I'm happy to know that you're enjoying it as you are.
I mean, I will say, I think after a while I will miss normal grass. But I think something is telling me that I should be embracing this. I should be looking at everything and realizing that nature doesn't necessarily just mean the grass and the trees that I know, but the grass and the trees that these people know.
The true connection to all aspects of life.
Right. Like a fat cat in the sun.
Sure. Well, if it's alright with you, I was hoping to have a conversation with our new beholder friend. I was hoping he could answer some questions for me, potentially.
Oh. course. But before we go back, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Do you feel more connected out here?
I feel different. I thought that... It's hard to explain. When I faced Ishna, I felt very different when she dragged me into this realm between realm in the astral seas. But I can tell that right now I'm not able to draw upon the power like I did then. But something feels different. Like... You see Gideon thinks really hard for a second. Like there's a scent on the wind.
Does it smell good?
I don't know yet. It's
I
just
think we should
different.
follow it though, right?
I think that scent's gonna get stronger the longer we're here. I feel like I chose a bad metaphor.
No. I felt like I chose a bad one too. Well, I hope that the scent will lead to a feeling of basking in the sun.
Thank you. In Gideon's head, I've always been more of a shade person, but okay.
Different is exciting, albeit scary. But it's exciting too.
I think it's just strange to go from knowing nothing to learning as much as I have within the past few weeks.
Yes, it's been very overwhelming, I can only imagine. But answers are part of our journey. We're following the scent and we're discovering new things along the way.
Yes. That's why I'm hoping Bliss will have some answers for me.
She'll nod. Let's go talk to Slime Boy.
And we'll head... Damn, girl.
Okay. So, as you head into the Nebulous Bazaar, at this point in time, Enid and Rian are not quite there yet. They're walking there. Everything's happening simultaneously at one time. So, as you enter into the Blissful Beholder, if I can find my music, I can. You are back into the tavern. You can see multiple different people drinking their, well, alien drinks, conversing and gambling. You see at the bar once again, very familiar beholder, picking up glasses and mugs with his various stalked eyes. Sorgon.
That was it.
So, who walks up to him and speaks?
I mean, so is he like the only worker here, or does he have other people that are working for him?
Doesn't seem like there's anybody else working.
Crap.
And you can see as he's picking things up, he's using his telekinetic ray to pick things up. When there's trash on these tables as people get up, you see this green beam just shoot across, and Gideon, you get a slight tinge as you see the beam as it disintegrates the trash on the table.
Maybe we shouldn't talk to him right now.
No, he seems really friendly. You should go and talk to him.
Yeah.
She looks nervous.
Yep. Okay. You know, like fix his collar and like pull his gloves on like more straight and just kind of refix his outfit to get more comfortable. What are you doing right now?
That's his eye stalks.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Gideon would walk up. You the only worker at this establishment?
I am. Welcome back.
Thank you. Do you not take breaks or lunch periods or anything?
I mean, I take a break occasionally, to eat or, get something to drink. I mean, that's in a couple hours.
It's a shame. I was hoping to talk to you on a more private basis.
Well, there's no one around, really, if you want to talk now. I mean, unless that's not ideal for you.
I don't really know, to be honest. I have some questions. You might be more aware of whether this is an appropriate topic of conversation or not.
Well, why don't you just ask me the first question and I can gauge it off of there.
I'm wondering if you can tell me about... Sorry, 1 second. And, John, correct me if I'm pronouncing this wrong. But, I was wondering if you could tell me about a location that was called Brawl? Okay.
Brawl. It's slightly ringing a bell. I heard something throughout the sea that it was a grand civilization light years away from here. They were very technologically advanced, and then, well, one day they just kind of went away. No one's ever heard from them or seen them again. I think it was actually it was a civilization of many people like yourself.
Yes, it was also known as the Crystal City, I hear.
Right, yeah. That's where I've heard it from, the Crystal City, yeah.
Do you know of anyone who might have more information on it?
A lot of the denizens and folks from here are within this wild space system, and I know that Brawl, Crystal City, is many systems away from here. The only place I can think that might have information about that is the Astral Archive, but getting in there, that's a hard place to crack.
I'm sure no one would be able to, but if I okay, so John, question is because there's the nav system, but is there also just maps of the astral sea? Obviously, space is more complicated than that, but could I be here's a map of the astral sea? Can you draw a circle where Brawl was roughly?
There are maps, in the sense of if you were to see a map of our solar system, that's what it kind of looks like. But it's it's much more condensed. It's circle of wild space here, and then circle. It's it notes all of the wild space systems, and then the astral sea in between. You've seen some of the maps, but they don't look like paper. You've seen stuff that kind of looks like this is not what I wanted. Hold on, I can give you a representation of the map. Maybe this will work. Yeah, something like that. It's more of a hologram, but it's with magic, and but you've seen individuals with these devices that kind of expand and look like a hologram that show these just orbs of wild space systems.
And part of that would be if we got a navigational system, we'd kind of have access to something like that again. We just don't have it right now.
Right. So because it's very difficult. If you were to ask Zorgon, he would tell you that the maps of the astral sea are never accurate because everything in the astral sea moves and is not in place. So it's rather navigating it is this place is in this wild space system around these coordinates. So there's not maps inside. It is these systems are numbered, and then within those systems, things are known to be there.
Got it. Okay.
Other
Right.
than like actual planets and universes, those are pretty easy to find and map
All right.
because they're massive.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Of course. If there's anything else you want to know, of course I can talk all day if you want me to.
I think that's all I need to know for the time being. Thank you.
Can you see out of all of your eyes?
They all kind of look towards you.
Oh,
he
fun.
He closes his main one, which, by the way, the entire time you've been talking to him, you've noticed all of your magic and all of your magical items have been useless. And as soon as the eye closes, you can feel your magic kind of resurge as they all kind of like blink simultaneously.
Yeah, I can see you right now. All of them.
Oh, that's lovely. What made you want to become a bartender?
I just lack the social aspect. Just being able to talk to people from different planes and wild space systems, it's just nice, Coming from the far realm, it's not a very nice and social place, so it's just kind of settle down and do my own thing.
You're doing a great job.
I appreciate that.
Yes, you make lots of sounds.
I'm not sure what you mean, but thank you.
Yours are just smiles. That's all her questions.
Yeah, Gideon's just gonna take a seat.
Okay. So you guys just kind of start drink. Well, you have no money, so you guys just
Yeah,
kind
we
of
just
sit.
kinda sit.
sit in the cantina.
I'm
Okay.
just reading the menu for fun.
Yep.
Doing the crossword on the back.
Yeah, yours would just be like, again, just studying everybody. I mean, I don't remember if there was like, the most kind looking people in here, but yours is just smiling and waving at everybody and just, just being friendly.
It's very easy to tell that some of the people in here definitely look like monster hunter and bounty hunters.
Oh, okay. What a fun profession.
You see Guido in the corner.
I love The Sopranos, man.
So
Come to me on the day of my.
we pan back out from the blissful beholder back into Stellaris proper as we go back to Enid and Rian, who are now at this point in the time frame of everything, walking into the Nebulous Bazaar, seeing that somebody is indeed following them and going into an alleyway and trying to lure them in. I know it's been a little bit, but Rian, do you remember what you rolled on deception?
17, I think. I can scroll. Yeah,
Yeah, it is 17. Nice. So, Rian, you've done this thing a couple times on the Prime Material where you act aloof and like an older individual, someone who doesn't understand what's going on or knows what's going on around them as you are in this alleyway. As Enid, you are invisible, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably
Are
like
you
tucked
just-
up on the edge.
Are you just staying in the alleyway itself?
Yeah, she's probably, I think, like tucked up on the edge of the wall, just observing, making sure that she's out of the way so that this person, when they confront Rian, we can sandwich them so that she comes up from the back and we can make an attack when the time is right. So.
Okay. You wait here for 2-3 minutes. Rian, your first thought is maybe they caught on to what you were doing. I'd like both of you to make perception checks once again.
Again.
Ooh.
17 as well.
I love that movie.
So,
Zac Efron.
Rian and Enid would both catch a glimpse You all are in this alleyway that looks out into the market, and you look down the other side of the alleyway. Very far away. It seems like this alleyway goes probably 400 to 500 feet. As you look at the very end of the alleyway, you can see an individual peer around the corner that kind of matches that silhouette that you've seen, Enid, and then peer back, disappear.
Can Enid quietly go over to in that direction? I know you said it was a long alleyway, but so that Rian can keep up his deception and she can just kind of see like if they're going to approach or if they're just keeping an eye on us.
Okay. As you approach, make a stealth check with advantage.
Oh, thank God as well. It's fine. 21.
21. Okay. As you start sneaking, you can see you get a little bit kind of spooked as you realize or think that you hit what looks to be some sort of can in the alleyway, but as you see this rat-like creature with 3 tails and 4 eyes just kind of scurry through. Once again, you see that individual peer through and then peer back, look right past you. You can tell that you are stealth, and they're about 100 feet away, and you get a better glimpse of their facial features. They seem to be female. They have short blue hair and bright blue skin, and you can see that they have bright blue eyes. Everything about them, going back to the song we were listening to earlier, is blue.
Nice.
You can see these long pointed ears and these horns that protrude from the very center of their forehead and crest upward as they kind of duck back into the section of the alleyway. Rian, you're able to see this again. You can't see Enid, but you see them kind of look and duck back in.
They're just keeping an eye on us.
You're about 50 feet away at this point. It doesn't look like they'd move.
Enid. I mean, if they look like they're not coming in, maybe if Rian hides.
How would you
Then-
tell Rian to hide?
I know. Well, I could do the telepathic thing. So, have it somewhere. Have it in my cheat sheet.
Guys, we just got raided.
I know, I see that.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome, chat, to space!
Oh my God.
We're in the astral sea, baby.
So, Enid, you're about 20
I
feet
mean,
away.
or Enid could just... Why do we need to be subtle about this? Enid could just, like, go up behind her and then, like, shove her into the alleyway when she's, like, getting around to, like, you know, to peek in again. Like, when she's already, like, got her body's motion,
So
like,
you're
moving that
slamming
direction.
her up against the wall?
No, into the alley so that
Okay.
Rian can help.
Okay. I will say, because this is a not attack but an aggressive act, you Brienne, you see Enid go out of invisibility as push up against into the alleyway. Enid, you hear whoa, Enid, stop! As you see someone who looks like this.
She's so cute.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Brienne, she's gone.
Enid or the...
Enid is around a corner. She has pushed somebody up into the corner. You saw her go turn visible. I almost said invisible. And then go around the corner. And then you heard whoa, and then what are you doing?
Yeah, Rian would drop the act and run in that direction.
Okay. I will say there's a couple seconds where Enid, you've pushed her up against it. She has her hands up. She's, Enid, it's me.
Who are you? How do you know who I am?
Moon,
Why are you
I'm
following
Moon.
me?
I'm Moon.
Moon?
And Rianne, you go around the corner and you see that individual.
I mean,
Hi.
This is Moon. Why are you sneaking?
You're not supposed to catch me?
Why?
Because I was sneaking.
But why?
Because you're not supposed to catch me.
Moon, you know what I mean. Stop.
Can you put your knife away?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Also, hi Rian. I'm Moon.
Yeah.
Or
Yep. I heard.
You said you had to talk to me later, but why didn't you just come talk to me? Why are you following us? Like, what's...
You're in the astral sea now, and that means that you're not barriered behind a divine gate, and I can physically talk and see you.
Why didn't you just tell me that in the first place?
Because I'm not supposed to be here.
Like, in the astral sea, or talking to me?
Both.
Wow.
I mean, I can traverse the astral sea and the other planes as I see fit, but more specifically, I'm not supposed to be near you. At least this close.
Why would that matter? We literally talk 24/7 all the time.
Yeah, that's kind of illegal too.
What?
Illegal? Like
To what?
Like it violates legality, like laws.
Like Fey laws, yeah. Some of the Fey laws, the port I'm a part of, it's a whole thing, and that's why it was kind of like important that I talk to you face to face rather than, you know.
Okay, well, I'm all ears.
Here?
You tell me, miss.
Okay, calm down for
I'm
one.
sorry, you're no longer in
No,
my head.
I know this is a lot. This is a lot.
I thought you were... I've already been trying to grasp that you're not actually a figment of my imagination and that other people can talk to you, and now you're physical and I'm seeing you, and then sorry, my world is upside down.
Yeah, I know it's well, like I said, it's a lot. First I'll say I'm very sorry that this is the way we're meeting. But good on you. I thought I was being very stealthy.
I mean, you were. I really couldn't, like, get a good look at you for a while. I don't understand. Clearly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can give you a really quick version of everything. I was just kind of making sure you were okay.
I'm always okay.
I know, but it's a different world out here in the astral sea. And I don't know if you knew this, but you're not in the domain of basically any of the gods anymore. So if anything happens to you, you're kind of just gone.
Okay. Yeah, the Raven Queen did kind of tell Basil that, but I thought that was when we got closer to, like, that place. What's that one? The bad or worse?
The Far Realm?
Yeah, that one.
That one's... no one really goes there. It's... The Prime Material is, well, their creation. So all of their creation gets all the benefits of the gods, kind of thing. Once you're not there, you don't get those benefits. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't get bonus points for being a moon elf, though.
You do in my eyes.
Oh, thanks.
So, wait. How are you literally here right now?
Good question.
Good question. I'm a Fae.
Okay. Care to elaborate just a little bit more for the uninformed?
Sorry. So I'm what's considered borderline. I don't have the actual title, and I wasn't given the actual title. I'm borderline what's considered an archfey.
Oh.
I and well, a lot of people like me have those kind of powers. Anything that is not in the realm of the prime material, we can just kind of here, I'll show you. And she just kind of snaps her fingers and appears up on the roof, and then appears behind Rian, and then there's 4 of her just kind of around both of you, and then they all kind of like slap back together, and she's like, hold on, and she snaps her fingers and disappears. He comes back with a mug of ale and just starts drinking it. Yeah, my magic
credits.
Okay, well, hold on. I paid for that.
With credits? Where did you get them?
One of the guys who wasn't looking. Like, that's besides the point. Fey magic works much different than what you know as magic, in a sense. And if it's not connected to the prime material and that divine gate isn't blocking everything, I can just do whatever I want. It's kind of what I've been doing.
Okay, so that's why you've been chatting with me then, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you give me, and she'll like summon her psionic blades, this power? Is that from you? Is that a Fae thing?
Actually, no. I did not give you those powers.
Okay.
You kind of just manifested them.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Was that the answer you?
Oh, I don't know.
I can take it back.
No, that's fine. I mean, this is I don't know. I just that's fine. I don't care. So you're not supposed to see me, but you're just here to make sure I'm safe so that we don't die? I mean, you can help us. We might go to the moon.
Yeah, I was hearing that. Please don't.
Okay, so everyone's against the moon idea. We'll go do something else.
Listen, I didn't say I was against it. I said we needed to weigh our options elsewhere.
There's more than just a lunar dragon on the moon. Also, it's not a good place, so I would not recommend going there.
Not a good place.
It's okay. The moon as a symbol and the moon as a thing, as an entity in the sky that helps the prime material, it is great. There are just things that have settled on the moon that are dangerous.
But that's like everywhere.
Yeah, but look, the moon is like one of the last stops before the prime material, and anything that's not from the prime material can't get to the prime material. So a lot of those things just kind of, set up shop on the moon and wait. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a whole thing that we're trying to get rid of.
Well, we were going to get 30,000 credits from that. And we need the money, which I'm sure you've heard by spying.
Yes.
Yep. Now what do we do?
I mean, there was a pretty nifty poster for a tourney at the Blood Pits. What was it called? The Battle Bowl.
The Battle Pits.
Oh, the Battle Pits.
I mean, we can do that. How much was the reward? I'm sure we'd win. So
15,000. Yeah.
Okay,
I
half.
think that's what the poster said.
That's what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I can't help you with the battle bits.
Okay. Do you have a different idea?
No, that's the way you guys get credits is totally up to you. Look, Enid, I came here to talk to you. I don't have that much time.
Oh, sorry. I didn't. Yeah. Let's.
Well,
chat.
no, I like having conversations with you. I kind of just got lost as well. Look, there's a lot of information that I can't tell you it all right now because one, it would probably ruin your whole day, and two, it's just a lot to talk about in an alleyway.
Okay, where should we go?
I have an idea. She grabs your hand and then puts her hand up towards Rian. May I?
Sure.
As she grabs your shoulder, you both disappear and reappear on the Nautiloid.
Okay. Our boat.
Okay. So this is a safe place, it looks like. God, this is really disgusting in person.
Yeah, that's what the credits are for.
Whew. So, okay. Quick info dump for you.
Mhm.
I'm Moon. I have been, well, I don't want to say watching you because that's weird. But you and I have been connected ever since you were born. Also, my name's not Moon, even though I do like the name. It is a great name, and I want you to keep calling me Moon because it makes me feel good.
Okay.
My real name is Erileth. And here's the actual Moon.
She's so cute.
So, there's this thing that happens. Your mother, she talked to you about the blue moon, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you were born on?
Yeah, vaguely. I mean, I kind of honestly forgot, but that's... Yeah, I remember telling that.
So what I am, I don't want to say guardian angel, because I'm not an angel, and you can pretty much take care of yourself, so I'm not really guarding you either. But what happens when an elf is born on a blue moon? They are born as a moon elf. And when that happens, a counterpart in the Feywild is also born. That's me.
So you're like my other half?
Yeah, kind of. The term we like to use is soul bonded. But because you were born, I was born. And from that point on, I was born into what is called the Moon Port, or the Port of the Moon, or whatever. Our job, us that are soul bonded in the Feywild, is to look over ours, make sure they're safe, take care of them, but from a distance. There's tricky and weird things that happen when Fae start conversing with Prime Walkers, and, well, it's supposed to be secret, and probably not for the reason you think. I can stop at any time, by the way. Just tell me and ask me questions, and I'll try to answer them.
I mean, I'm with you so far. At least things are, making more sense. Like, ever since I've grasped that, of course, I've always thought you were real to me, but knowing that you're real has been a little bit of a trip for me. So this is starting to kind of help a little bit.
So, this wasn't always a thing. I don't know if you knew this, but the Feywild and denizens and all of its people are considered the children of the goddess of the moon, Sahanine. That is where the Feywild came from. And that's who created the Feywild and populated the Feywild. the Court of Moon is specific to her in the way that, and please don't let this information get out. No one on the Prime Material knows this, but Sahanin died during the Calamity. And the Court of Moon just kind of took up her duties and all of her worship requests, and that's what we're for.
Oh shit. So like all of you are Sahanin?
Yes and no. We don't like saying that we're Sahanin because, that's just weird.
Why didn't a god fill that place though? Or somebody? Because that happened with the Raven Queen.
The Raven Queen challenged the god of death. No one's filled the spot of the goddess of the moon.
Why haven't any of the court?
Because they don't think it's right. We don't think it's right. We're not gods. We don't want to be gods. We just make sure everything goes as smoothly as it can.
Okay. Alright, I'm following.
Okay, good. Rian, you're following?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the reason why I've been secretive, as I said before, us soul bonded, we're not supposed to reach out to our prime material counterpart because, well, the main thing is that we don't want the knowledge of Sahanin's non-existence even coming into question. And the fact that the Feywild has anything to do with everything going on with the moon, we just kind of try to keep it to ourselves. But, of course, that day when you were in trouble, I could not intervene. So I did. And since that point, I've kind of been casted out of the Moon Court.
So they found out?
Mm-hmm. And that's also one of the reasons I'm kind of just going around so they can't find me.
What would they do if they find you?
Probably strip me of my powers, and I'd probably be... So there's a moon in the Feywild too. It has a prison on it. I was actually there not too long ago. The last time, last 2 times we talked, I was there. But then I escaped, and now, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're right, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And you can't come back with me?
As long as that divine gate's there, no one that's not from the prime material can pass through it. It kind of does this thing that if you're not from the prime material, you just kind of poof.
This fucking court fucking sucks.
I mean, they're doing some good. They are keeping the moon afloat and the worship of Sahanin continuing, but other than that, yeah, they kind of suck.
What can I do to fix this for you?
Fix it for me?
Yeah, like, this is bullshit. How dare you help somebody who was lost and alone and whole world was destroyed? Like, strip you of your titles. Like, fuck that shit.
Enid, I know it's a lot and it sucks. But I'm fine. And there's really, unless you decide you want to destroy all of the priests and higher ups of the Moon Court that would pass the judgment, then there's nothing to do. And let me rephrase, don't do that. What I just said...
Thank you for giving me...
Yeah, no, I saw it. You were having the... Yeah. No, Rian, do not let her do that.
But why would that be bad? Because then you know who's left
Because
is
you-
you, and you could be Sahanine.
I do not want to be Sahamine.
Why not?
Well, for one, it's been very freeing being able to leave the Feywild and go wherever I want to.
That's fair, I don't
So
wanna
that's
take that from
fun. Consider myself kind of like a wanderer.
I don't want to take it from you. Yeah.
Look, just don't go seeking out the Moon Court. Obviously, keep this all between
I
us.
mean, they
and
clearly have a problem with us. They
have a problem
saw
with
us
me,
out.
not you.
No.
I
What
broke the
would they
rules.
what did they suggest to you then to do? Because what is the result of their soul bonded? So what happens with a soul bonded? Something bad happens, right? Like they pass on. What does that happen?
You see that she's very contemplative in her response. Do you want the real answer?
Of course, I want the real answer.
Okay, so if you died, then I would lose my soul.
Yep. So, what did they expect you to fucking do?
It's just part of the natural cycle of things. It sounds weird, I know, but in the Feywild, it's not that weird.
Well, they could take a lesson or two from the prime material.
Also, speaking of what I was speaking of prior, those Fey that lose their souls when their soul bonded die, they kind of do get cast out to the moon, and they become these like weird shade creatures.
I don't know if I cannot do something.
Well, I need you to promise me you won't, because that would be just complete suicide.
For me or for you? I guess it's
Both? Yeah. Look, I'm very powerful, I'll admit, but there are many people much more powerful than I am, and those would be the people that you would have to go after, and that is not something you want to get entangled with.
So what happens to the soul bonded once the divine gate is fully, up
Well,
again? Once we fix that shit.
that's actually a mystery. We don't know.
So they're deciding that instead of solving the problem of filling up this space for a goddess that's clearly needed, they're just going to keep putting a band-aid over it and implementing these rules. I don't know if they hear themselves when they talk. Because what if this divine gate separates the souls and everyone dies, and then what happens to the moon?
It's a good question.
We're just going to risk it?
I don't think
Like-
I don't think that's how it works, but maybe. I don't know.
Could be.
What are considered moon elves didn't start until after Sahanin died. And the Divine Gates kind of been, well, I guess it was closed for a couple hundred years, but it's been kind of shitty for the past 1,000, so.
And how long ago did Sahanin die?
During the Calamity, so. In your time, close to 2,500 years ago?
I promise you that I will not do anything without giving you a warning first. So, like,
It's a
as
really
in,
bad answer.
that's the only answer I get. Like, Moon, this is dumb.
I know. You have to promise me you won't.
I mean, I
Look.
promise.
As long as they're not going to catch me. All
I
right.
have. You just said you were in prison. Like what? Like,
Well, it was like
we-
it was like, you know,
and how did you get
once. I got magic.
out? They don't have a magical prison. Like these some real dumbasses in charge.
No, they do. I just got away with, you know.
Better
it's-
magic.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really complicated.
This is crazy. Okay. How about this? Here's our deal.
Hmm.
I won't do anything unless I come up with a really good idea and it's you approved.
How about me approved and your friends also?
Okay. Teammates and Moon approved.
Okay.
I
Sure.
know you're saying that because you don't think I'll come up with a great idea. But I came
No,
up
I
with the
know you-
idea to go into the dream
No.
world and almost got Gideon killed. So I'm
Look,
really
you'll
on
probably
fire.
come up with a good enough idea for me. It's just everyone else.
I don't know, man. We're gonna be closing rifts. We're gonna be killing some dream creature. I'm feeling pretty good about our odds of some crazy shit that we can pull off.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not easing you at all. So
It's fine. Look, just know that while you're in the Astral Sea, I can communicate with you a lot better.
okay.
And I'm going to be, well, actively around more. Just please be safe and just don't worry about me, okay?
I'm worried about you.
I know.
You're my soul half. Can I hug you? Do soul
Yeah.
halves get to do that? Okay.
Of course.
She will hug her.
You can, as you hug her, you can tell that you guys are exactly the same height.
Oh, that's so. I love that. And like visit all the time since you can, you know, before we have to go back,
Okay,
you know?
I will. Rianne?
Yeah.
Please, don't let her go on a crusade throughout the Feywild to kill everyone in the Moon Court.
I will do my best.
Cool. I'm getting really good reception from my promises. I've got to go.
Okay. Bye. Thanks.
She gives you one last hug, and as she hugs you, you can see, as you're hugging her, your arms kind of sink further in as what is left is just stardust.
Wow. I don't know what to say now, honestly, Rianne. I guess we can just go to the battle pits and stuff.
Well, hey. Do you want to talk about it at all? That was
I
a
don't know
lot.
what to talk. Oh yeah. I don't even know what to talk about. I mean, you heard it all, so you know. We just, you know, got to get the credits, so. And I guess we can't die, so maybe I don't know what we should do. Maybe the battle pits are a bad idea.
Maybe, but it is a significantly less bad idea than the dragon.
See, but with the dragon, we just, you know, sneak around. We don't have to fight anything.
Mhm. Well, listen, how about we go investigate the battle pits and then you make the decision?
Me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
I understand that I'm putting a loaded gun in your hand and I'll deal with the consequences later.
All
And-
right.
For what it's worth, even though I think it is a very bad idea, if for some reason you wanted to burn down that moon court, If you put up an equally convincing argument to that of the dragon, then I would maybe partially be inclined to aiding you, even though I could potentially disagree with it, based off of a promise that was made.
Okay. I won't be dumb. But I don't know. I'm not okay with accepting things how it is. That doesn't seem logical at this point.
Baby steps.
All right, let's go kill somebody.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's go do something to earn credits for the party. Let's phrase it like that.
We could, ignore what we're actually doing. Denial's fine. I do it all the time.
So with that, you disembark once again from the Nautiloid and start to head towards the battle pits, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Just to check them out,
Of course, just to check them out. So, with that, we head back to Gak and Basil in the Astral Archive. So, during your time gaining scrolls and knowledge, asking some of those constructs where you could find this knowledge, I would ask Gak, what have you been searching for and potentially learning?
Gak has just been searching for general information on the Astral Sea, to learn more about where they are, so they're not just flying through unknown areas with unknown creatures and everything blindly.
Okay. So, what you would ascertain from the knowledge you quickly learn is that you are in what is known as a wild space system, which there are infinite of within the Astral Sea. The Astral Sea itself encapsulates all of these different systems within. The system that you are currently in is noted as Prime 1. Now, there are others that you see that look to be some sort of system that has the title of Prime with a much different number. Well, not looks to see. You gain that information.
Okay.
You can tell that within Prime 1 that all of those universes, those different spaces that you could travel through the rifts, like the Abyss and the Hells and Elysium and Mechanus and the Feywild, the Shadowfell, are all within this single wild space system. Is there any other information?
I think that Gak would just be looking around and reading books about the Astral Sea until he can see Basil is done, and then he'd get together with Basil to look into conjumancy.
Okay. So, handing over to Basil, what information are you looking at?
So, she does kind of want to see if she could find any information on Ishna, but she does also want to focus on just like the dream realm, and if there's like an easier way to traverse it, or if there's any specific like red flags or advice for people who just kind of want to better understand it.
Okay. So, information you would learn about Ishna is very limited. She resides somewhere outside of what is known as the Far Realm. The Far Realm itself is not within this wild space system, but not too far outside of it either. It is not in its own wild space system, as it is just floating in the astral sea itself, in what's known as a space called chaos space. A lot of terms.
Lovely.
Ishna herself is, in the information you were able to ascertain, is one of the first individuals to dabble in what is now known as conjumancy, to enter the dream realm and manifest and modify and manipulate that space. She is what, as you're kind of translating all this, it does translate to knowledge that you would kind of know as well. For you, the closest thing she is to what you would know on the prime material is a hag, except a much more powerful and destructive version of a hag. There's not much more information about her other than the home that she has right outside the Far Realm is this pure black asteroid that kind of has this hut on top that she calls her home. Not many people go there. Now, at the Dream Realm, man, Space Evrand is weird. With the Dream Realm, it is not... You don't find much information on that either, as you do ascertain some knowledge that the Dream Realm almost connects everyone in some way. It is this realm between realms that spans across the astral sea. Even if you can say that, that is its own life force, its own entity. And those who can traverse the Dream Realm can almost traverse anywhere to their will. The only place that you know knowledge of that kind of stops that is the prime material. But even then, there are certain entities like Ishna who can travel past that barrier inside of the Dream Realm. And that's a lot of information.
It is a lot.
I'll stop there.
Okay, I had to write all of that down.
Thank you.
So, she's kind of just flipping through, maybe quickly glancing over a page, not really seeing anything, closing, moving on to the next book. And after about, I'd say, an hour or so of trying to go through as much as she could think would have, Ishna, the Dream Realm, all of that. And when she sees, it's kind of all the information that we already know or, could have gathered. So she's just going to eventually put away all the books that she got out and is going to go over to see if she can find Gak.
Easy enough to deal. What's your passive perception?
Passive 19.
Yeah, as you're walking over, you can see those constructs. Some of them kind of glitch and twitch and then go back to what they're doing. About 3 of them out of the 4 that you see have done it now.
He's just going to stop and pivot and walk over to one of them.
Okay, you walk over.
Hi. Question, and this is definitely more so for your own well-being. Are you and your co-workers okay?
We are fine. Thank you for your concerns.
Yeah, no, of course. I just meant that I've noticed, this could definitely be what your species does. I am just trying to see if everybody's feeling all right. I've been noticing some kind of little twitches, and I wasn't sure if you all were feeling well or not.
Thank you for your concern. We are not a species. We are automatons created by the Grand Archivist.
Right, I'm sorry about that. No, I mean, I guess especially since you're created, are your bits and pieces working fine?
Thank you for your concern. I believe all of our programming is in order.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
It turns around and just starts archiving again.
So weird. And you said like not all of them have been doing that?
Only one hasn't done this yet.
One hasn't done this? Do I see him? Or it, her, them?
Yeah, you see it across the way under. There's archways that lead into this central area. They are on the other side of the archway, kind of just stacking books and scrolls.
I'm gonna go over.
Okay.
Talk to it.
Turns around.
Hello, how can I help you?
Hi. I was just wondering, I went to go talk to one of your co-workers over there, and I simply just asked if you all were feeling well. I've been noticing some of your other co-workers twitch a little bit, so I just wanted to make sure that everybody was doing okay and if this is like totally normal or not.
Thank you for your concerns.
Yeah.
It seems that our programming is in working order. Is there anything I can help you with?
My understanding, but that's okay. I can go somewhere else. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you hear the as it kind of talks and twitches.
Cool. Glad to hear you're all feeling well. I'm going to go. She
Turns around
like
and just starts archiving again.
she's gonna like do like the what is it called? Like the polite speed walk where you're super stiff.
You walk over and find Gak.
Gak. Gak. Gak.
What? Hello?
Gak, something weird is going on.
What about?
Have you noticed any of these robots glitching? Every single
Yes.
one of them.
We
Yes,
talked about
okay.
this earlier, yeah.
Okay, but Gak, it's getting worse. All of them have been glitching, and the one that I thought wouldn't glitch, I went to go talk to them about it, and they glitched in a more scary way.
Is it getting worse? How
Yes,
long have we
but-
been here?
I think it's been getting worse the whole time. As soon as we walked in, we're already noticing it.
What if it got better when we arrived and now it's going back to normal?
Either way, it's really fucking weird. So,
Basil,
what?
One of them rolls over to you.
Please keep your voice down. Thank you.
Basil,
What?
when I left my house, everything I saw was very weird. But then it turns out that people looked at me and thought that I was weird. So, if you think about it, you're only just now leaving your house. You know what I mean? Everything that you're used to is your house. Now you're outside and you think things are weird. Maybe that's just how they are.
You know what, Gak? You might be right. They could be like this. But it still seems really weird, Gak. And listen, what my mom told us automatically assume that everybody is your enemy.
I
That we
drink
have
a
no
juice that can make me read.
Right. And
And there's robots over there that do a little dance.
Gak, past Basil, you do see one of those robots kind of glitch out and drop one of the books it had in its hands, and kind of go to like almost like a shutdown pose, and then wake back up, and then its arm extends down and grabs the book, puts it back, and then starts archiving again.
I think they're sick, Basil. That one just dropped a book and then it like fell down a little bit and then it like woke up and then picked the book back up.
have I not been saying this since the beginning?
What?
I said, Gak, I've been saying this whole time that there's something wrong with them.
Well, I said like right at the beginning when you asked me if I saw it that I said that maybe they're sick.
Right, and then you went into this whole thing about I'm leaving my house and everything is
this
weird.
was earlier, Basil. Earlier you asked if I saw that before we even split up and looked at the books, and I said maybe they're just sick.
Right, and then I told you to be cautious, and then I'm telling you that it's getting worse. And then you tell me that I'm leaving my house and everything is weird.
When you walked in and no one did anything and then one of them did something, is that getting worse or is that just you seeing it for the first time?
I saw it for the first time. No one else was doing it. And then
Uh-huh.
as we were walking to go to the place where we ended up, another one did it. I asked if it was okay. It said it was fine. And then after we left, I saw another one do it. And I asked if it was okay. And it said it was fine. And then I went to the only one that I thought wasn't doing that. And then it did that. And then now this one does it even worse. Gak, my love, it's getting worse.
I just don't think so.
Why?
If you walk into a room and someone waves to you, you're like, oh. And then another person waves to you and you're like, it's getting worse. No, more people are just doing it.
Gak, I am not trying to be ableist or they said that it was fine and then they did something that, you know what, Gak, I want to go.
Basil, behind Gak, you see one that is archiving, and then its hand just like stops mid-archive and then just droops down as it looks down, and then goes into like this state, and then goes back, and then starts archiving again.
Yeah, that's what the one kind of behind you did.
And it shouldn't. Gak, it's literal technology. The machines, they shouldn't be doing this. That is a sign that something is wrong with the programming.
Okay.
So, if it seems like it's getting worse, I don't want to be here.
Okay.
We are also not supposed to be here.
Then let's leave.
Gak, I really don't appreciate your tone right now.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
I need help with us trying to figure out what's going on, because if we're going to try to get information, it's not going to work if all of these turn evil and start killing us.
Well, why do you think they're going to turn evil and start killing us?
Because the first people we talked to were evil and were trying to kill us.
And then the second people we talked to led us into this nice place that we're not supposed to be in. And then the third people we talked to are robots that have books and then sometimes have like a cold. It could be just like a robot cold.
Dude, Gak, that's called a malfunction. Gak.
Okay. I don't know why you're yucking their yum, Basil.
On that note, we're going to.
We achieved nothing.
We're gonna pan away. Oh my gosh, we're gonna pan away from Basil and Gak and head back into. Where's my music? There it is. The Blissful Beholder.
I think Kayla and I are good to give our time to Nick and Rachel. I think
Yeah,
we can. We'll do that.
I was
No.
told.
So,
That was the saddest no I've heard from you in a while, John.
So, man, what a session. As we head back into the Blissful Beholder, Gideon Yursa, is there anything else you wanted to talk with Zorgon about or do inside of the tavern before you leave it?
I think we're just waiting for everyone to come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Playing some cards.
Yeah, man.
So, at this moment, Yursa, you hear behind you. Hello, I'm sorry to bother you. Are you the two that talked to Gromok?
Oh. Yes. Hello.
As you turn around, you see an individual who has pale yellow skin, very pointy ears, short brown hair, and he looks to be wearing, for lack of a better term, almost like a more modern pirate's attire with multiple belts and a very long blue and gray coat, and he has a sword and pack on his back, as you see Vorik. He says,
Oh.
sorry to bother you. Gromok said that you would be talking to me in 12 hours' time. But I thought I'd actually come and find you all. So, where are my manners? Vorik Sornath is my name.
Oh, it is very nice to meet you. My name is Yursa Moonglade, and this is my dear friend Gideon.
It is very nice to meet the two of you. You are both going to be taking up the job for escorting the miners, correct?
Yes, we were actually going to talk to our friends about it, and most likely take you guys up on it. We are in the need of credits.
Wonderful. How soon can you leave?
Yursa looks at Gideon.
Hopefully, as soon as they come back.
And how much time exactly would that be?
That is an excellent question.
Oh, good. So you don't know either. So the interesting thing is I was able to acquire 2 other crew members. I myself will be piloting the ship we will be on. One of them will be mining. We got word that not too long ago, a different new type of metal showed up in the asteroid belt. And that is very precious time-wise, and we want to leave as soon as possible.
As in, right this moment?
Is that possible? Is that a thing that can happen?
Yursa looks at Gideon.
Well, this is a good opportunity for us. If it's now or never, I say let's go handle it.
Should we leave a note?
Zargon!
What's up? What can I help you with?
If our comrades come back, could you let them know that we went out on a job and we'll be back later?
Which one specifically? The light blue one, the one with the blonde hair, the other light blue one, or the human?
Really, any of them that show up.
After saying it out loud, I realized that it's just any of them.
Good talk.
Just make sure that they know
Thank you.
we'll be back very soon. Here's a napkin.
You alright there, John?
It's so funny because I never realized until right now that Rian is the only human in the group. I think
Really?
that's so funny.
Oh, okay.
John, can we kill Rian so he can come back as like a GIF or something? Like, I feel like I need to be spicier. I need to be a little more zesty.
No, you're the odd one out. As a human.
Yeah,
Griffin,
just be
dude.
another elf. We don't have enough.
Whew. Okay. So, you leave a message with Zorgon to tell any of your fellow party members that you are heading out on this mining mission.
Yes.
Okay. So, Vorik, as you guys exit the Blissful Beholder following behind... Here. So, Vorik walking through says, I know it's short notice, and, well, it could be annoying that you have to leave now. I can assure you that your pay would probably be a little bit higher than what was promised before if we can get our hands on this, rare material.
John, can you remind me what we were offered in payment? Like, I know it was the nav system. I don't remember what the amount of credits was.
It was a new nav system. I don't think you guys were offered... Were you offered credits, or just
I don't
get
remember.
a new nav system and fuel?
I don't think so. I think it was just the nav system.
Yeah, I think he just said, "Hey, do this, and I'll instead of paying with credits, you just get a new nav system."
And they're offering what now? Nav system plus what?
It was nav system and fuel. Vorik will say, on top of the nav system and the fuel, we could probably lend 5,000 credits.
That sounds great.
No, I don't say this to be rude. Have you all ever found yourself in a battle or two? I mean, you seem as though you have.
One or two, yes.
On the higher realm, right? 2 more than the 1?
Probably closer to 40, but yes.
Oh! Well, that is good to hear. Now, how long have you been in wild space?
A day?
About
Or
8
2?
hours. Oh, I don't know. How long has it been?
Yeah, it's maybe been a day. I know you guys have had one long rest. No, you haven't. No, I don't think you did, because you ran away from the aliens that were chasing you.
We got interrupted, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, so we're still not long rested.
Cute.
Yeah.
Right, good to know. So there's just a couple things you'll need to know. Where exactly are you from again?
The material plane.
Yep.
Prime Walkers. That's interesting. Well, you might have some experience. We will be boarding a ship that I have donned the Pink Lady. It is a relatively quick and fierce spelljammer. It's, I assume, more like what you would consider a ship on your plane. A galleon, so to speak. With a little bit more bells and whistles, of course.
Is it as fast as a nautiloid?
It cannot teleport, but it is faster in a straight distance.
Looking
heard
forward
that
to
you
seeing
all-
it.
Yes, I heard that you all acquired a nautiloid.
We did.
I assume that there's a colony of Illithid on the prime material, then.
There were.
Oh, and he puts his hands up. All right, well, apparently I've been donned with professionals. So, before we disembark on our journey, there are 2 other crew members that I would like you to meet. They are already there, but one of whom is, well, are you familiar with GIF?
I love to give gifts to people.
No. All right. Just, I think what you consider on the prime material a hippopotamus. Don't call
Oh
him that.
my goodness, I am
No.
very familiar and I am so excited and they speak.
Oh, all right.
lovely.
So don't call him that. He will be very irritated. But his name is Thaddeus. The other is, well, a interesting being that you've probably never run into. You do not have aversion to slime, do you?
I've never really thought about it.
We have slugs.
Yes.
You can meet the crew right this way. So as you continue on, you get to the Stellaris port. And the first thing you see at the port as he... I will have to just put this here and show you on the map itself because I don't have the actual image. What you see in front of you is a galleon-ish looking ship that is colored. It looks like the wood itself is pink, and it has these sails that kind of protrude out the sides, and also almost these like wing gliders attached to the side, and a large metallic, for lack of a better term, rocket booster on the back. You can see that is a 3-tiered ship, and what you see is, I'll just have to put it on the map, is this.
Oh, she is pink.
That's some rosewood.
Beautiful.
You can see these crane operating systems on either side that look like they possibly can be used to pull up cargo on either side, and you can see the 3 cannons on either side as well. Now, going onto the ship, you hear Vorik say, "Everyone, look alive! We have 2 new crewmates. I didn't ask your names. What is your name?"
We gave them. I'm Gideon.
I know. Ah,
Here's
Gideon. Yes. Yeah, I remember now. Yersa and Gideon. These are Yersa and Gideon. Thaddeus. Thaddeus, and you hear.
What?
Ah, there he is, Thaddeus. These are our crewmates, and you see... Oh, I don't have the art here? Well, this is just
No, I
stupid.
need it.
No.
Hold on.
How could you do that to Kayla, John?
I'm
Oh
sorry.
man, Yersa shouldn't be rude here. She's not gonna be rude on purpose.
You see an individual that looks like a hippopotamus, has a captain's yellow, blue, and red coat, thick white trousers, and very large black leather boots, a monocle on one eye, and what he holds in his hand, adorned on his belt, are 2 swords and a dagger, but this weird barrel-shaped wooden and metal device, as you see. And I know this is the default art, but there's not a lot of art of gifts. Thaddeus.
Yeah, big boy. Hello. Wow.
It is nice to meet you all. I assume you know how to work one of these.
And he looks to the ship.
Absolutely not.
You do?
No, but I'm here to learn.
We're being paid for protection, is all we were told.
Great. Green hands.
And
Gideon
just
is
starts-
wearing shoes. Oh my goodness.
the next
you beat
thing,
on that.
and you then hear Vorik goes, "All right, where is Tank at? Tank! Hello?"
Tank.
As you hear him calling for someone named Tank, you hear this sloshing of slime. It sounds like gelatin being pushed through small holes. As you see beneath your feet, this green slime start to pour into and upwards from the ship. This puddle of gelatin that just kind of moves. And you see it make 2 holes. And then you can see like maybe what would be eyes if they were made of gelatin just kind of look up at you, almost like Gary the Slug. It doesn't talk, as you see Vork. Tank. Can you please go grab your things? We can't actually have a conversation with you like this. And you just see the gelatin kind of just move and kind of slip away as you see it kind of slip behind some barrels and crates as you hear this gelatin kind of entwining with what sounds like metallic and metal contraptions. As eventually from behind this crate, you see lifting up, towering about 11 feet tall, this green slimed individual that now has cybernetic metallics throughout his body and this weird mouthpiece and metal around its head. As you hear,
"Hello, my name's Tank."
As you see Tank, the plasmoid.
Oh my god, I'm screaming.
Wow.
Everybody's so friend-shaped. Oh my god.
"Welcome to the Pink Lady."
Ah, what a wonderful day. You are so fun to look at.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
Yes, it is.
You're also very fun to look at.
Oh goodness, thank you.
We match.
We do. Oh, wow.
As Tank just kind of nudges Warwick on the shoulder. Yes, of course. He's going to be the one minding. So, with that, he says, "Oh, go ahead."
But did I hear what Thaddeus was specifically going to be doing?
No.
All right. What's Thaddeus's role in all this?
He's very astute with cannons.
Oh.
Do you know how to fire them? It's actually quite simple. It's the same makeup as they have in the prime material.
Has Gideon handled like an actual cannon before?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. No, but I'd be eager to learn.
Well, I'm sure that you can learn everything from, well, Thaddeus. He very much enjoys cannons, and I think he has whatever that barrel thing he likes to call a gun. It's basically a handheld cannon.
Really?
Yes. Is there anything you need to grab before we disembark? We do have to get going soon.
You good, Ursa?
Mm-hmm. She hadn't stopped looking at the slime boy.
Tank?
Yeah.
You see Tank just look back, and you hear...
"Anyone's looking at me." Oh,
She
really?
waves. She waves.
he's saying this to Thaddeus. And
No,
you see
we're
the
good.
slime just... and it just moves back and forth. Alright. Well, everyone to your stations. I know I didn't give you 2 stations. Just find somewhere to hold on. As the ship's sails unfurl, the 2 of you hold on. You were going to do something, Ursa?
Yours doesn't know what to hold on to. She just grabs a mast, I guess, and hugs it.
Okay. So, with that, you see the ship's sails unfurl, and immediately the ship starts taking off at an immense speed. As almost Treasure Planet style, this galleon starts to fly into space, into the distance. You all headed towards an asteroid belt, hopefully not too far from here. But with that, as the 2 of you fly through the astral sea with your new companions, is there anything you want to say or do before I cut back over to Enid and Rena?
I think I'm okay if you are, Kayla.
Yeah, I'm living the dream right now.
Okay.
We good.
So, with that, Enid, Rian, you are heading over to the battle pits, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So, the first place you would pass through is a very strange and out of place section of the city. You see a entire... Oh wait, is this still going? An entire section of this city that seems to be made of metal and scrap. You see various automaton constructs, metallic individuals that are kind of walking and working in this space. You see many shops and blacksmiths that you could make out walking through what is considered to be the techno slab. You can see cables and rope that kind of trespass across and through this entire section of the city. You can see that there are metal individuals on the street panning for oil, as some individuals fill up their cups with oil and then they just kind of pour it on themselves. You can hear scrap and metal being thrown throughout. This is definitely different than what you're used to seeing so far, even though everything here is already alien to you. As you walk through the techno slab, you then enter into a section of the city that seems that is made of... It seems to kind of gradient from this metallic into almost like mud huts and things made from brick. But you can see the trees that are throughout here are made of metal, rusted, decaying metal, and it is completely shaded throughout most of this. All of this place looks like it is made of alleyways and deep, dark corners as you enter into the ether shade. However, as you enter here and continue walking through, you can, in fact, hear what sounds like a crowd in the distance. That's a crow, not a crowd. My bad. You hear this music start playing in the background as you're walking through the ether shade, as you eventually come to a long corridor that leads to a large Colosseum-like structure made of metal and brick and mud, and just looks ramshackled, but you can hear so many people calling and cheering, and you can even hear the grunts of those inside of the battle pits as you walk up, and you can see an entrance, and you can see that poster that says "Fight to the Death Tournament Now, grand prize $15,000 credits if you survive." You see a very slimy, gross, almost frog-like individual with beady, big red eyes and spikes at this pipe from his mouth as he looks towards both of you and says,
"Would you like to enter into the battle pits?"
And you see this individual in front of you.
Oh, he looks friendly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Rian will say, potentially, yes. I'd just like to know more details.
What kind of details? You fight, you survive, and then you win.
Okay, and payment is 15,000 gold?
Credits.
We don't
Credits.
do gold here, credits.
Sorry. What exactly would we be fighting? Or is it just sort of randomized, no knowledge of knowing?
There's no knowledge of knowing.
Oh.
You go in and fight. 3 rounds. You survive all 3, you get the 15,000 credits.
Do people win often?
No.
Well, good thing we're not like normal people.
Right.
All right.
When's the next round?
See, he turns his head and closes his eyes. You can hear him listening.
Should be starting soon.
We'll keep you posted. Unless Rianne has more questions.
Nope.
Okay. So you kind of step back a little bit.
I've been satiated.
I know you said decision's all on me.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Moon warned us about the moon. I don't know if we should go to the moon.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I mean, 30,000 is twice as much as 15,000. It is a much bigger number.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone else is looking to get money of some kind too, so do we need to have the 30,000? And this is just 3 rounds and then we're back, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Now, the only problem is we don't know what we're fighting in the pits. We do know that there would be a lunar dragon, and also, as Moon said, there would be fallen moon elf fae shades that would be there also, as well as a whole bunch of other types of creatures. So we have a little bit more of a bit of knowledge going into the moon situation.
It's hard with this being just my decision.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like I stressed out Moon enough already today, so I don't really want to stress her out more, you know?
Well, I mean, Moon doesn't need to know, right?
Moon always.
Yeah. Yeah, I have someone in my life that is like that too.
I will tell you that if we do go to the moon and that someone does find out, I will take the full fall.
Do you...
No, I was just meaning like I have your back. We don't have to go to the moon.
No, I
we can
know,
go
but
ahead and battle pits, you know?
Do you... So, I'm just curious. What's the story there? You tricked me into going into the moon?
I don't know, Rian. I'm always flying by the seat of my pants. Have you not figured that out yet?
No, I have. It's just funny to me.
I don't know.
That you would have the wrath of Mother Nature incarnate at your doorstep for stealing a dragon egg.
I mean, it's your girlfriend, so I just don't want to ruin that for you. So battle pits.
Yeah, I think the battle pits is the best idea.
I know I could use, he said starting in a little bit. Do you think it's enough time for us to like chill and like, you know, maybe rest for a short period of time?
You know, maybe with the rest that we almost got earlier, we can just sort of sit on a bench for a couple of hours and compensate for the time that we lost.
Mm-hmm. I have a lot to think about.
I do too. I just really, I'm feeling divinity needs
just
to be
rechanneled
back
breath,
into me.
You know?
Yeah. Of course, my oath is to my friends, not to any of the gods. So
your girlfriend.
My companions and the people I care most about.
The person you care the most about.
The people I care the most about.
All right, Mr. Man, we're going to...
What? Did you forget my name?
Stick to the frog.
Listen, it's not like I'm the only person with 2 names here. Umbra, Enid. Let's go talk to the frog.
Have you made a decision yet?
Yeah, we're next round. When is it? Because we do need to catch our breath for a little bit.
You hear the cheering get even louder.
Yeah. You have about 30 minutes. Seems like another fell.
Well, That should be enough time for a breather.
I hope so.
Me too. Sign us up. Oh, do you need our names? Or does that not matter until we
You
win?
see him wave a hand, and you see a contract appear.
Ooh. Do we read those, Rian?
Is it in a language we can understand?
You can understand all
Okay.
languages in this place, yeah.
Yeah,
The
Rian's
contract-
definitely he's the reads the terms and conditions type of guy.
Yeah, so basically it's a very small contract. It is almost a waiver in a sense. It says they are not responsible for your death.
Yeah.
But it also says the agreed upon agree to enter into the battle pits and fight to the death. There is no running or leaving until them or the things they face are completely dead.
We gotta be creative. No, this is a long text. Just tell me.
So, would you like to sign the contract?
Yes, but I need 2 minutes to think of something real quick. My brain isn't working right today, and I can't. I'm really struggling.
We need a
right
moment just to read over this contract.
Yeah,
Thank you. We'll
please,
be right
and
back.
you feel free to go do something else or cut away to somebody else while we read through the contract.
Okay. So, we cut back away from the battle pits to Gideon and Yrsa flying through as you fly faster and faster. You can see up in the distance, it's probably been an hour or so, and you can take a short rest. A couple things happen. Gideon, if you were to talk to Thaddeus, he would show you how to work the cannons. Mechanically, it is an action to load and an action to fire any one of the cannons. They can move slightly in directions, but not too much. Other than the cannons, you are shown how the cranes work, how they can. There is a lever that you can pull and push downwards and upwards to lift up cargo. Again, an action to do either, put down or lift up. For visual reference, you eventually get to the asteroid belt. You see these asteroids glimmer and glisten with this blue material. I hope everyone can see this.
Peace.
As you fly through this asteroid belt, you hear Vorik say, "All right, so we're very close to our destination. Everyone get your weapons and everything ready. Tank will be deploying onto the asteroid and start mining. It should take him about 10 minutes total to get what we need." Yes, Gideon.
Sorry, this is Ryan. Can we rewind
Yes,
for
Ryan.
just like a brief second?
Yes, we can
just, like,
rewind.
On the way there, just like Gideon would have asked, like, what are we concerned about here? Like, what do we think is going to come after us here for the sake of some preparation in the hour over there?
So, yeah, Vorik says, well, hopefully not too much. However, there are these creatures known as scavers that will live with inside of these asteroids. They do come in groups. They're not too difficult except for, well, the night scavers. They're a little bit larger and more fierce. A lot more teeth. They look a lot like fish. Now, there are other individual things. Last time, we were attacked by what is known as, well, a raging comet, or it's a comet that has sentience. A couple of them attacked our ship. They kind of whizzed by and started destroying our masts and sails. We were able to fend them off, but not before some of the scavengers were able to pick up some of our crewmates and kind of take them out into the sea. Well, we had to flee. Other than that, there shouldn't be anything more. Maybe pirates, but I highly doubt that.
So nothing particularly like elemental or anything?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Says the pink lady flies through the asteroid belt. You can see that Vorik is slowing down the speed of the booster and starts to turn the ship around towards one of these asteroids. All right, everyone, sails up. Thaddeus, ready the guns just in case. Tank, ready your mining tools. Gideon and Yosef, if you could possibly pull up those sails and well, get us to a standstill.
She does.
The two of you start pulling them up. The booster kind of goes into a reverse thrust and stops itself right next to an asteroid. All right, Thaddeus, throw the anchor over. As Thaddeus throws the anchor over, as it strikes into... It's not a normal anchor that you see. As he throws it over, you see it's just almost like a spear tip as it gets thrown over, and then there's this like propulsion as it shoots like almost like a harpoon into the rock itself and latches itself as the ship kind of comes to a standstill.
Fascinating.
All right, Tank, you're up.
Aye, Captain.
And you see Tank kind of walk over and jump off as he starts to float. As soon as he leaves the airspace of the Spelljammer, he starts to float slowly. And there's an awkward moment where you all look over at Tank as he's just slowly falling.
Don't worry, I'm almost there.
So, as he starts to, you see his hand kind of transform into what looks like a mining tool as he starts to mine at this like glowing blue rock.
How long should this take him?
Glad you asked.
You're welcome. Oh, what?
So, at this point in time,
what?
We are going to
I don't like this, John.
go back to
what?
Stellaris and the archive of the Astral Scribes. As Gak and Basil start to decide to leave the archive, Basil and Gak, you both notice that these automatons start to spark and twitch. You would hear the scream if it wasn't completely and quickly silenced as one of these automatons drops its books, grabs one of the individuals, pulls them up, and squeezes their head. And you see their body drop lifeless. As you hear panic within the library, these four automatons seem to be glitching and start to attack people around.
Yeah,
Basil
something's
Gak.
wrong with him.
I'm really glad that you noticed this, Gak. Okay,
We're just gonna start fighting.
yeah, I guess just like run and try to help the closest people get out if possible first, maybe?
Okay. So, now it's going to get a little weird, guys. Because, first, I need Basil and Gak to roll initiative.
Ooh. Oh. I didn't quite realize how big these things were.
Yep.
I didn't know they were that big.
They remind me of the Iron Maidens from Elden Ring.
Yeah! Thank you. I was like, they remind me of something, and I couldn't put my finger on it.
Gak, and with like Basil has her hands up. Are we gonna go diplomatically? Are we going to kill them? What do you think? There are so many.
Kill.
Okay, kill.
With that, we are now going to pan over to those at the battle pits that have now signed their name onto the contract as what again?
Did you get my message?
I did. I just want you to say it out loud.
Oh, you do? Okay. So, after brainstorming a little bit, they decided to go with monikers, like wrestlers.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh man.
I'm here for it.
Felicity, do you want to say Enid's?
Yeah. Okay. Enid is the Moonlight Veil.
And Rian is the Forsaken Prince.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You have
And surprise, surprise, they have a backstory together. What?
Amazing.
Crazy.
So, as you sign the contract, the toad-like individual takes it as it disappears, as he looks to both of you and says,
Very good. Well, seems like the crowd is ready. You may make your way in.
No rest.
you get a short rest.
Ah, nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Salt West.
Cool. I'll roll that after this session.
No,
Oh,
you should probably
Okay.
roll it now.
matters now. Okay. Uh-huh.
John, why do you have a timer on your webcam?
You'll see.
Oh,
Oh,
my.
you didn't notice that like 10 minutes ago?
I didn't.
Oh.
I was trying to see what everyone was oohing and on about.
Short rest.
While you're
Oh.
doing that, as you walk into the battle pits, you see a large arena with these 4 columns, braziers in the center of green flame. In the very center, you see this spinning contraption of many swords that just seems to be spinning and spinning and spinning. On the right and left, you see these statues that almost look like demons that spilling lava out of their mouths. And on the very far end, you see a skull-like gate that seems to be closed at the moment. And above you is hundreds, if not thousands, of spectators as you see this.
Whoa.
As you walk in, you hear,
Let the games begin.
as the gate opens, and pouring out of these are these insectoid creatures with 6 arms and 2 legs that seem to be pouncing and running at you like hounds. As you see 3 of them appear out of the gate.
Oh.
I need you to roll initiative.
All right.
Oh, God.
Come
on. 14.
21.
21. 21.
Thank you.
Okay.
21.
This is a
9
cool.
plus
This is
10.
nutso. This green fire and
And last but not least,
Wouldn't it be
There's
funny if
one.
just nothing showed up to attack us?
yeah, wouldn't
Just
that
sitting
be
there
great?
drinking coffee. This is great. Everyone should have come. Meanwhile, Basil's like ripping metal off a machine with her bare hands. It's a little cold out here.
Why does it taste spicy?
So, with that, here's Gideon on the map. On. as Tank starts to mine these materials. Shit. Hold on. I done fucked up.
No!
Oh
Oh no.
Jeffrey, no!
This would happen, wouldn't it?
Dude, I'm telling you, just nothing comes. The mining operation's a complete success.
Mm-hmm.
No worries. We just get to comically cut back, just like we comically cut back to Gideon and Basil playing Go Fish while you guys fought the Jabberwock.
no. Yeah, and to be like realistic, I don't think every single party would get into a fight. You know, like if we're being like legit, you know.
Man, that's some bad
Logical.
luck. I can't wait for all of us to meet up outside of the Blissful Beholder, and we just all look like shit. Just like,
Shit. What'd you guys do?
let's just not talk about it. Here's the money.
So, as Tank is out there mining, you hear Vorik say, "How's it going, Tank?"
Everything's going well, Captain.
And you see and hear this chomping and almost this slithering like snakes. As first of all, I will take you to the map. Now, this map is a little bit different,
Oh.
and we're not going to finish all these combats this session. If, for Gideon and Yrsa,
Oh
you see
my.
this green and red button?
Yes.
You are mounted onto this vehicle right now, and it can move with you as long as you're mounted. To get off the vehicle, all you need to do is put your token next to one of these things and press the red button to get off. And to get on is to press the green button. That's it. Otherwise, all of you are on this vehicle right now and cannot get off of it until you dismount. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You won't be able to walk out of the bounds of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with Tank here, as he is mining... Oh boy. That's the wrong thing. You see these fish-like creatures start to almost like break through the holes of this asteroid and start to slither their way towards Tank. You see these,
Hmm.
this,
Oh, great.
and this.
Ew, they're ugly.
As these fish-like creatures start to make their way towards Tank, you hear him say,
Guys, I think there's some scabbers. Help!
and with that, I'd like you to roll initiative.
Tank's a pro. He's reacting very professionally to all of this. We should recruit him.
Oh, I don't think I clicked my token first. Yeah, it didn't. Sorry.
You're good.
This might be my longest summary yet.
You said you didn't click yours?
I did not. Sorry.
What did you get?
17.
17? Nice. Okay. So,
Oh my.
now, simultaneously, the three groups that are split up now have their own problems. Like I said, we will not be doing all of this combat in this session. But we'll do a couple rounds, maybe one or two. So as we go to the Astral Archive, and we begin combat here, Basil, you are up first, as these automaton creatures are starting to maim and kill the denizens of this library as they have malfunctioned.
Question, John.
Yeah,
So we are in a library, yes.
correct.
Would radiant damage cause a fire?
No, it is not fire damage, so I will not say it will.
Okay. Because, like, half of my stuff is radiant damage. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level.
Okay.
Let's do this one.
This one? Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll.
Let's see. Guiding Bolt. I said 2nd level, I think.
Hey.
So, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that hits. 18 points of radiant damage. As you cast the Guiding Bolt, Basil, what does it look like as it strikes this metallic automaton?
So Basil, you can see her hands kind of starting to turn like a pinkish, like reddish, like the really hot fire, but it just looks like her hand is glowing. And she pulls it and wraps it around until it's this beautiful, kind of like streamer going around her hand, and she just throws it at this one.
Okay. Awesome.
Try to think, like, I don't know if you can think of those. You go to a, I don't know, I can only think of an EDM thing where it's on a stick and it's like the lights that are.
Like the LED thing.
Yeah, like the LED lights.
Yeah.
It looks like that around her hand.
Awesome. As it gets flung across. So, what I've done on the navigation is the 3 battle maps. All of you players are able to go between all of them, so that you can, if you want to, look at your surroundings and figure out, what you want to do on your turn.
Cool.
And we will be switching between all of them every round. So with that, it is this Cogwork Archivist's turn, as it is going to wheel its way over here, and it is going to take an attack at you. Ooh, a natural 20, Basil. I am so sorry. So it is, you're going to take
How
30
much?
points of bludgeoning damage.
All right, it's not horrible.
As
We're
it
fine.
slams down on your clavicle. That is
Gak
Zach's
is-
turn.
Gak's
Go
gonna
ahead.
use his reaction to do projected ward,
Okay.
which is it sends his arcane ward to Basil and absorbs it. 18 of those points.
Nice. Awesome.
Hey, also, Rachel,
But
your grave domain, right?
yes.
Your Sentinel at Death's Door ability cancels crits.
Is that consider? I thought we didn't consider a critical until. Because I think
But that's
I
the one where you can use a reaction to stop a critical, right?
Yeah, but I can't. I feel like the last time I was told that a critical hit is like. What is the definition then? I guess what would be considered a critical hit?
Natural 20.
Oh, I thought it was like
Like it was gonna
Something
kill
that would
someone.
kill you.
it was gonna kill someone.
No.
I
That's
took
a,
it.
yeah. At Death's Door, you can quite literally say, no, that's not a natural 20. It's not a crit.
Oh, okay. Okay, so then yeah, sure. Thanks for
So
having me.
instead, I'll say if you want to use that as a reaction, and Gak, you can take back your reaction. because it would then only be 10 points of bludgeoning damage that Basil would take.
Okie dokie.
So Basil, give yourself back to 30 and then remove 10. Okay. And everyone can see their battle map, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. It is
Yep.
now this cogwork archivist's turn. It's going to go over here, and it is going to make an attack against Gak. Oh, wrong button. 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Good.
Damn.
You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage. As it
Gak's
slams
gonna
down
use
on you.
his reaction.
There you go.
But he's actually not going to do the Arcane Ward. He's going to do Stone's Endurance, which is to reduce it by 1d12 plus 2.
Okay, cool.
Well, that's fine.
So you take 15 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right, this one is going to move over here, and it is going to take an attack at you. 24 to hit. You're going to take
Correct.
18 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And now it's the other one's turn.
We're the
This one's
squishy people. Why did we get together?
You guys got this.
Yeah.
This one's going to take an attack at Basil. A 12 to hit. I don't think that hits.
It does not.
Okay, Gak, your turn.
Okay.
Ow! Ow!
Yeah. Gak is going to cast Bigby's Hand,
Okay.
and he's going to appear in front of him,
kind of blocking him. There's the interposing hand feature.
Like here.
Yeah.
Or like-
A little bit over. Yeah.
On top of you.
Yeah, and it basically gives half cover against a target.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's an action for it to do, or if I can do something and then also it be there.
I think you. Does it say?
It's showing up as one of the like italicized, bolded things, which makes me think that it's an action.
It's probably an action to use it as that.
Okay. Then Gak will do that for this turn.
Okay. So interposing hand. I'm gonna put it right here just so I can click on your token, but it is
Okay.
in front of you.
Perfect.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Now we're going to go over. Well, first I'll go to the next round, and now we're gonna go over to the fighting pits. Enid, you're up first.
Yep. She's gonna do her bread and butter. She's going to go over. Oop, I can't move her.
Oh.
Thank you. She's actually going to bonus action activate her Boots of Haste first.
Okay.
And then she's going to. Oh, she can't hide. No, I can. I can hide as an action because I have 2 actions now. Okay, she's gonna go over here and hide from the creatures. And then she's going to sneak attack. Waha!
Right. Which one?
Probably from this angle. I think the best view she has is on this one, or maybe even that one.
Okay.
So yeah, let's go with this one, the one I have double on.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool. All right. So it's advantage for the first one. Okay. 22 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Oh, 23 damage total with the snake.
Okay.
And then she's going to do her second part of her attack action, which is just another attack on that same creature.
Okay.
Ooh, there's a 12 hit.
It does not. As you throw it, it kind of hits the brazier and kind of bounces off onto the ground and then just dissipates.
Okay. All right. Well, that is her action economy for this round, though. So.
All right. It is this insectoid creature's turn. It is going to run over here and have to make a dex save. They're not intelligent creatures.
I was gonna say, is this thing like spinning in the middle?
It is.
If you said that already, I'm so sorry.
It is spinning in the middle. This is also my way of telling you this is how this thing works. So as it runs past it, it is going to take some damage as it tries to make a dex save to move out of the way. It is going to take 10 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
But it is going to get up to you, and it is going to multi-attack you.
With disadvantage.
Because of your cloak, right? Oh, wait. Yeah, right?
Her belt.
Technically a belt, but yeah, displacement.
Okay. It's going to use its
disadvantage.
mandibles. Oh, shit. I wrote the wrong thing. Well, it's good because the first one was a
and-
natural 20.
Oh shit. My AC when I have my boots of haste is much higher too. Hold on, I have it written down here. 19. So.
20 is going to hit, unfortunately.
Oh, so it got a 20 the second time.
Yeah. So you take 12 points of slashing damage, and now it is going to use its mind-probing antenna.
Oh.
You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh. Oh. 8.
That's a fail. Okay.
Yeah.
You take... Okay. 10 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And it gains 1 piece of information from you.
What would it like to know? My favorite
You know,
color.
it gains the information that you can hide. I don't know. That's that. Rian, it's your turn.
Yeah, sure. So Rian is going to move 30 feet right here. Except as he's getting about 15 feet, he's going to summon Hikari, mount Hikari, and then ride Hikari the rest of the way there. It all takes 30 feet of movement regardless of how you cut it. So he just moves over there. And then what he will do is he will...
I know you're not flying, but just let me know you're mounted.
Okay. Oh, I've disappeared. On my screen.
You disappeared?
That's weird. Yeah, I don't see me.
Oh,
But
you're
that-
on there for me.
Oh, that's weird.
Are you back?
I'm back, yeah.
Okay. I'll just use a little icon. A little icon with a little flying.
Oh my god, yes. Okay, so then what I will do is, as a bonus action, I will activate the Might of the Okunai. So the wisps of wind begin to form around him, extending the range of the weapon, giving him a little more damage. By the way, Enid, just so you know, you do have +4 on all saving throws while you're next to Rian.
Thank you.
Okay, so then he's going to make 2 sword swipes.
Okay.
First one is a 27
That hits. Roll the moch.
plus that plus that's supposed to be a d6. Sorry. So 21 points of damage
Okay.
right off the bat. No wait, 22. Sorry, my bad. Second hit or attack.
Okay.
I mean, 18 to hit.
That hits.
Boop. 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 And then that'll be 18 points of damage on the second one.
Okay. This creature in front of you is looking badly injured.
Nice. But then that's it.
Okay. Next person's turn. This creature is going to run again. Well, actually, how fast are they? Oh. It's going to dash, but it is going to run through this thing. It needs to make a dex save. It's a fail. It takes 16 points of slashing damage. But that's its turn. And this one is going to move over here, and it can't reach you. So that is the first round of combat here. And now, I went to the wrong spot. We go to the asteroid mine.
Nice.
Let me turn down the ambience on this because we don't care about that. Boom. At the top of the round, Vorik is going to use his action. He's going to use his action to allow Thaddeus to move his movement. As he calls out, giving a command to Thaddeus, you see Thaddeus move towards one of the cannons and start to load it. We go over to this scaver. He's going to go over here and take an attack against Tank. Actually hits. Tank takes 9 points of damage. Tank is here mining. Now, going back to that timer, I'm now going to start it. Every minute, Tank gains more materials for their mining expedition. At the 10-minute mark, they have the full amount of materials they need. Tank is going to use his action to take the dodge action as he continues to mine. Every time we go back to this stage, every time we go away, I will pause this timer, and every time we come back, I will restart it, or start it back up.
Explain it one more time.
So every minute...
No, I'm kidding. I was just making the timer go down.
Son of a bitch. It is Yrsa's turn.
Okay. So Yrsa, speaking of bread and butter, she's gonna cast Moonbeam right here. She hasn't done this outside yet, has she? I don't know. Out here? Wild. Let's do it.
Oh no, I got rid of my... How did that happen?
She's gonna cast it at 4th level as well.
Okay. Well, that's just...
How do I cast this at 4th level?
horrible.
4th level. Okay, so these guys need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. And it's a 10-foot?
It's a 5-foot radius.
The smallest moonbeam we've ever seen. And what is it again?
A Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I'll come back to this after I'm done. Fail. Fail. How much damage did they take?
26 points of radiant damage.
Okay, so that one's dead.
Hell yeah.
And this one's dead.
Hell yeah! Fucking feel the moon, bitches. We're outside of the fucking astral sea.
Okay. And Yrsa, you have your movement if you want to use it.
Yeah, actually. Can she what is this thing? Can she walk on this?
Yeah, you can jump down. You'll have to go... Oh, wait, yeah, you can walk on that.
Okay.
It's one of the cranes.
Yrsa is immediately gonna walk 30 feet here onto the crane.
Okay.
So
So
she can
you're
get
on the
closer.
crane. Awesome. Okay.
I think that's good for her for right now.
Awesome. Okay. I can never find this, and it's so annoying.
The moonbeam thing.
Yeah, I just never can, and it's... I don't know what happened. I want to find it so bad.
Man, you take all the time you need. It's your timer that's going
take
down.
it. I mean, you're gonna take it down. We're just living it up in the city, man.
Yeah.
Living it up on top.
Oh, hell yeah.
Tank is making good time. We really need to recruit this guy.
Yeah, I'm
Do
gonna
his loyalty
pause
mission.
it because I didn't realize how much I'd be talking and figuring out shit. So this scaver is going to run over and he's going to take a bite at Tank.
No.
That's 11 to hit. That is not hit tank.
Hell yeah. He's a tank.
This one is dead. Gideon, you're up.
All right. Gideon is gonna. I'm on the wrong thing. Gideon is gonna move up. Let me double check measurement real quick. Nope. That. There we go. Let me double check measurement. Perfect. All right. So for an action, he's gonna tap the quelling cane down and activate its effect to create the 20-foot sphere around him.
Okay.
I forget what we named it.
It's okay.
Area of opportunity. That's it. And then bonus action.
The screw.
Bonus action right here. He's going to spend 2 sorcery points for Quicken Spell, and he's going to summon Draconic Spirit.
Okay.
And he's going to do a Lightning Dragon this time. Because
Nice.
lightning's cool.
Why does it say it's injured? I don't know.
Couldn't tell ya.
Yep.
But yeah, and then it is going to unleash its attacks, which it uses Gideon's spell attack, so I'm just gonna shoot Firebolt or whatever, Ray of Frost, I guess.
Awesome.
For the hits. And then I'll roll the damage manually. Does a 16 hit that thing?
Yes.
Alright, cool. And then I'm just gonna roll them all, so one more. Okay, that's better, barely. Okay, so let me double check the stats of this thing. Okay, 1d6 plus 9. Okay, so 2d6 plus 18. Nice. Alright, so 26 points of damage from the rend.
Okay.
And then it is going to use its breath weapon and will do lightning breath just on this creature. Oh, no, it would hit the one behind it. It's a 30-foot cone. I don't know if it would
Nice.
reach that one behind it.
Nope.
Oh, nope, it won't. Alright, it's just the one in front of it. Oh, is it that short? Wow, okay. But yeah, so, dexterity saving throw. Nice. What did it roll?
A 17.
That, I believe, is a fail, so it will take another 11 points of lightning damage.
Hell yes. Alright. Is that your turn?
Yeah. I think that was pretty good use of time.
Alright. Thaddeus' turn. Yeah. He pulls out his barreled metal and wooden device, starts to fill it up with black power. Yeah, he pulls out the glicky.
The glicky brilliance.
And he is going to fire his musket. That's a hit. 10 points of piercing damage. Where'd he go? Oh no, everyone's beneath the ship.
Oh, really? I can see him.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me refresh the page. Is he gone for everyone else?
I don't see Thaddeus, I don't think.
I don't see Thaddeus either.
Oh, I see him.
Okay.
I see him.
Can someone ping where he is?
Oh,
Oh.
I see him. I see him.
Okay, yeah, okay. Thank you.
By the way, John, you haven't restarted your timer. Is that on purpose?
No, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Just
gonna have
checking.
to reevaluate my rules. Maybe I'll have to do it like 5 minutes at a time. Every 5 minutes is a resource. Maybe that's better. I don't even know how to edit it. It's fine. Can you even see it?
Yeah.
There we go. Thaddeus is then going to There's a strap around the musket as he throws it behind him and pulls out his pistol and fires his pistol.
This guy's cool, man.
17 to hit.
How does he hold it? Sideways or frontways?
Definitely front ways.
Yeah, is he lethal or not lethal?
That is Thaddeus's turn. Where's my carousel? There it is. We're gonna make all of these gray scavers go at the same time. What's his range? I just realized the battle pit music is still going.
I was vibing.
Yeah.
It's going to run here and do nothing. This one's going to go here and attack at... Actually, where's the other one? Because that was up here. Okay, so 2 are going to attack.
Oh, man.
Tank. It's a hit. Miss. Tank is going to take.
Does Tank
7.
look pretty tanky? Like, very hardy as a person?
Yeah. As they're slashing into him, you can see like his plasmoid body kind of ripples and like a section of it dissipates, and then it just reforms itself.
Okay.
So with that, and then the last one, the brown scaver, is going to run over here and it is going to attack at
The Dwagon.
the Dwagon.
Not the Dwagon.
19 to hit.
Oh, that barely hits.
It's going to take 10 points of piercing damage, and it's the same size as it, so it cannot swallow it.
Oh, shit. What?
Good to know.
Absolutely not.
Can you change the dragon to 40 out of 50?
Yep.
Just
So-
for next week, because I won't remember that detail.
So I would like... Well, I'll ask one of the two of you. Who would like to roll me a percentile dice? Ryan or Kayla?
Ryan. I don't want to be responsible for whatever happens.
No, you just made it so I'm not responsible because you made the choice. So if I roll badly, it's not your fault.
Okay, you got
No,
it, Ryan.
it's too late. You've already decided.
I believe in you, Ryan. Woo!
So just a D100 then?
Yep.
1 second. 23.
That's good, right? We want lower.
23 astral dread show up.
23
So-
giant whale friends show up.
As this combat is going on top of this asteroid, and these gunshots from Thaddeus are happening, which it's funny, they make a lot of noise inside of the Spelljammer's bubble, and as soon as they leave, it's like the sound almost dissipates, but it's still resonating in the area. With the dragon and these scavers attacking something and the mining happening, you feel the asteroid, you see the actual cable connecting to the ship start to vibrate, and the asteroid itself starts to rumble. This is too happy of music for this. Let's go to this one. As the asteroid starts to rumble, you hear Vorik just say, "Oh, fuck." As you see from around the side, these large, pointed, dagger-like legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Yep.
As it starts to lift this creature up, you see these huge pincer-like teeth, these fangs on the front. The abdomen of this creature made of stone and asteroid, as crusting around the top you see this. You hear Vorik say, "Fuck! An asteroid spider!" as he starts to turn the ship sideways. You hear Thaddeus actually get happy as he starts to load one of the cannons as he looks towards you.
You're gonna want to load that, son.
As he looks towards you, Gideon, while you are also at the cannon. So, the current situation of the party. Basil and Gak, surrounded by clockwork archivists in the library of the Astral Archive, malfunctioned. Enid and Rian fighting in the battle pits to earn credits for the party on their first wave against these insect-like creatures, making good headway. And Yrsa and Gideon, with the crew of the Pink Lady, helping Tank mine this material. Now an asteroid spider showing up in the mix. The cannons are prepared, the ship ready to fire. The party is split 3 ways in 3 different predicaments. We'll see what happens next week. And that is going to be the end of the session.
Woo!
Well, damn.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to tune in on Saturday for the Isles of Iverion, next Tuesday for Salamander Coast, or next Wednesday for the Tales of Evrand. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Now.